pass from Ward. Jolly Ward setting it up for Larry Johnson.
This is a completely different Nick team that we saw last week.
I didn't care that I was divorced with a bad credit history, or that I'm on disability, or that nobody else would refinance my home. You saw past all that and helped me out. Paid off 3 mortgages, 5 credit cards, and found a little extra for home improvements. So here I am today with good credit again and a nice house. Thank you, Money Store. You believed in me. Sincerely, Barbara Labby.
The Money Store. 1-800-LOAN-YES.
You're watching UPN TV 10, serving Naples, Fort Myers, Cape Coral, and all of Southwest Florida. We View TV Sports, the leader in local sports in Southwest Florida, presents Florida Sea Dragons basketball. Tonight, the Atlanta City Seagulls take on your Florida Sea Dragons. And now to call the action, here's Al Ackerman and Terry Thimler.
Hello, everyone. I'm Al Ackerman along with Terry Thimler. We're at Tico Arena where tonight the Florida Sea Dragons play their first home game ever against the Atlantic City Seagulls. And Terry, I guess the one thing that everyone is talking about, and you know as much about it as anyone, being a coach at the college and high school level, is a losing streak, and we have to face that from the beginning. They're 0-3 coming into tonight's game.
Yeah, that's a tough way to get started, but I tell you what, I got a lot of confidence in this team and the coaching staff that Coach Barry has and what he's put together, and I think tonight, Al, they're going to come out of it. I've been at just about every one of their practices and been involved with some aspects of the game itself with them, but they're a great group of young men. I think they'll come out and play well tonight, and I think the model now is 27-3.
27-3 is what you heard Terry Thimler said. Stay with us throughout the evening. We'll bring you every play-by-play of tonight's exciting game between the Florida Sea Dragons, who are 0-3, and the Atlantic City Seagulls, who won their first game last night and stand 2-1 in the standing. We'll be back in just a moment.
Hey, Dan, how you doing?
How are you, buddy?
We just stopped by to let you know that we at Union Tobacco really appreciated your business. 30 years. That's incredible. And not once did you think about changing brands on us, did you, Dan?
Now, they don't make them like you anymore, buddy.
No, they don't. I don't know how we'll ever replace you.
The tobacco industry loses over 1,000 customers every day.
Take it easy, Dad.
Guess who's been chosen to replace them?
What? The thing about hot weather is humidity. You're so sticky. You stick to yourself. At Amana, they got it down cold with their air conditioners. They can pull gallons more water out of the air than older ACs. Amana builds them better than they have to. The clincher, they're cost-efficient money savers. Big time. You can stay cool, dry, and save money. Call them.
We're the cool guys. Air conditioning by We Gold.
You wouldn't do this to your expensive leather couch unless you had the incredible Color Renew from the makers of Liquid Leather. It restores color to worn leather, vinyl, or fabric instantly. Simply apply Color Renew to that worn spot and it's new again. It actually fuses with the leather, unlike dyes and polishes. Don't throw away that expensive luggage. Just brush on Color Renew and make it new again. Renew your dress shoes, your golf shoes, your work boots, your sneakers. But wait, act now and get the new improved Liquid Leather absolutely free. You wouldn't do this, but accidents happen. Just apply Liquid Leather onto the damage, cover with the texture pattern, peel it away. Now it looks new again. Call now and order Color Renew for just $19.95 on this special TV offer. And get the new improved Liquid Leather absolutely free. Call now.
Call or order on the web at 800-524-7642 to order the original Color Renew plus receive Liquid Leather as a free bonus.
Al Ackerman along with Terry Thimler, and we're just about ready to bring you the first game from Tico Arena for the Florida Sea Dragons. And I guess Murphy Law applies, Terry. opening night, everything is going smoothly, and suddenly we've got a problem with the net on the home side of the court. I think it's pretty well fixed, Terry, over there.
We're having a tough enough time, Al, putting the ball in the basket the way it has been this year, and now the first ball game we've got a net problem. But you know, they got an excellent crew here at the arena, and they're quite experienced, and I think they've got it fixed now, and we'll get ready to get this thing started.
Looking at these the fellas that are playing here today, we got a call today from a Houston Rocket scout. As the season progresses, these young men are going to get a good look at, aren't they, by some of the scouts coming down to see them? Because this is a league that moves up, and there are guys here who really want to go on and play in the NBA. And
it's very true. I mean, if you follow a little bit about the USBL, and the fans out there have followed, there's a lot of players who play in the USBL that are now playing in the NBA, and their teams are in playoffs. And it's a great league for that, and it's exciting basketball. And I think we've got some players on this Sea Dragon team that are going to have that opportunity under a great coaching staff led by Rick Barry.
Well, you mentioned the coaching staff. You know, a lot of the players have said to me that one of the reasons they opted to come to Florida was to be coached by Rick Barry. He still believes in fundamentals, and ironically, Terry, to me, here is a man who was paid to shoot, and he did it so well. It was incredible, the numbers he put up. And yet you've talked to him, and I've talked to him many times. He stresses defense, fundamentals.
Well, you know, I've heard him say many times over that you've got to have a really good basis of fundamentals, and then from the fundamentals you build the rest of the game. And I kind of think that's the way Rick approached his career. And you know, it took him to great heights, and he really emphasized that with these players. And I've seen him get better in the last week and a half, and this team's going to get better as the season goes along. And I just have a great feeling now that this team's going to be competing at the end of the year at a level above and beyond everyone else in this league.
You know what happens? You get into this era of cliches. You know, you have to have 2 balls on the court for Rick Barry and the rest of the team. And yet Rick Barry, in his career, several times was in the top 10 in assists. And he once told me that the proudest moment of his life was the fact that he holds the record for assists by a forward in one game, 19 against the Chicago Bulls. But once you get the rap, it sticks with you, doesn't it?
Well, you know, that's a great record considering some of the passers that have been in the league, you know, a la the recent ones of the likes of Larry Bird, and that's a great record. And I think that's why Rick had such an outstanding career, because he was a multifaceted basketball player that knew the fundamentals and emphasized them. He was also a team player, and he's done that with his team. And you know, a team, Al, is a really strong reflection of the head coach. And I think Rick's got strong character. He's got great work ethics. And this team is starting to feel some of those things.
I want to get to losing streaks and winning streaks. A lot of people know you in this area, Terry. You were an assistant coach over at Indiana State when they had one of the great records of all time, winning records, and one of the greatest basketball players in history, one Larry Bird. And you lost only 1 game that season, and that was for the national title. Now that's pressure, but breaking a losing streak has to be kind of depressing. You've got to do something to build confidence.
Well, you know, you just got to kind of forget everything and just go play the game the way the game's supposed to be played. And I think this group is going to do that tonight. You really can't worry about all those other things, Al. You just have to go play the game.
When you did have that streak going, did it get tougher and tougher winning, just for the heck of it, or did you enjoy it? Which is an obvious question.
It got tougher and tougher. You know, I know there was one commentator by the name of Billy Packer that said he thought it might be better for us if we lost a basketball game, and that's not the way we felt. And we just felt as we played and we won basketball games, we just got better. And this team tonight, you know, when they start putting this thing together and they start winning, they're going to get better.
I'm not going to rationalize this thing for you, but the question is, it is better if you lose early. I mean, you do taste defeat. I mean, you don't want to get down near the end of the season and start losing.
Well,
and I'm not rationalizing.
You're eating at a coach here. You know, we don't like to lose at all, and I think there's a lot of competitors out there in sports that say, you know, losing is just not something that you want to do, and you just don't want to get that, and you don't want to have that taste, and this team doesn't want to have that taste. But if you have it any other way, there's an old cliche: you'd rather be playing your best and winning at the end of the year, because the teams that are playing their best and winning at the end of the year, they're the ones that are going to keep on playing.
Well, you've just proved my point. If you're going to lose early. But
I knew you were going to get me, Al. I knew you were going to get me. You know, we're still waiting here, Al. We've got some basket problems on the basket now on our right side, and that thing will get fixed, and we'll get this thing rolling here in just a little bit.
I thought we had it all fixed on the left side. I never looked to my right. I'd have been blindsided, wouldn't I? Tell me if you know anything about the young men that are coming in from Atlantic City. I know they've got an outstanding player by the name of Mike Lloyd. There's a point guard. He had 31 points last night in their victory against the team down in Sarasota.
Yeah, against Gulf Coast. You know, he's a very fine player. He'll put points on the board. They're an up and down team. A lot of athleticism, not a lot of structure. But you know, we went up and saw him last night. I didn't go see him. Assistant coach Billy Drew went up to see him, and Billy got a good read on him, and we feel that there's some things we can do against him tonight. But
they say that as a point guard, he likes to take his man and post on him. Now, have you ever heard of this?
Well, in the NBA, yeah. In the NBA, yeah.
Very rarely will a small man try to post up.
USBL, NBA, it'll post them up. You know, we'll get ready to get some introductions going here. Okay, well, we're going to turn this thing over.
Announcer, and let's have the introduction of tonight's starting lineup and both rosters for both teams, the Florida Sea Dragons and the Atlanta Sea Dragons. nice crowd on hand tonight, Terry.
I tell you, it's really filling up nice, Al, and this is a great opportunity for this area of Southwest Florida to get out and support professional basketball and the USBL, and we look forward to seeing more and more people out here every ball game as this team starts to put together a winning streak.
You're a natural-born coach. I saw you talking to the officials, which means that you know them and know them well. Will you tell them who they are?
Yeah, our officials this evening from the USBL, signed by the USBL, are Keith Winfrey, Joey Bronis, and Frank Raposo.
Doesn't it look like the sportscaster, Jay Severson?
That's Jay Severson.
He looks kind of nice, doesn't he? Very pretty.
I really didn't catch Jay. What we have now is the Florida Sea Dragons had a contest in the Fort Myers News Press, and there was a young lady that named the team the Sea Dragons.
Yeah,
and
she's
been presented with the first game ball signed by the entire team and coaching staff, and she was also awarded season tickets.
I was there the day she was awarded the tickets.
Sea Dragons, congratulations.
That was Tom Hayden, who was the sports editor of the Fort Myers News Press, who conducted the contest, and he just presented the ball to the young lady who was the contest winner.
What a great thrill, Al.
The young lady, she has a family with her.
We'd like to welcome Aaron Scott, who leads us in tonight's national anthem.
Well, the singing of the stars.
Ladies and gentlemen,
we're just about ready to play basketball. The question at hand to you is to name our three officials for tonight's game. They'll be working this Sea Dragon game against Atlantic City.
As I mentioned previously, the USBL does assign these officials, and they travel throughout the league, and they're assigned by the USBL. And we have Keith Winfrey, Joey Bronis, and Frank Raposo are the officials. Now, Al, I can't tell you anything about Keith, Joey, and Frank, but as a former coach, I can tell you that they will make some bad calls.
On that, I will agree.
But you know, it's part of the game. They don't make every shot. As a player, you don't make every steal in an attempt, and you don't stop the team from scoring points in the basketball game. And you know, the officials are human, and these players are human, and I think a good coach just kind of takes it with him after the game, just kind of goes on and doesn't worry about it. You work them, you try to get the calls to go your way, you try to do a lot of things that you can do, and that's all you can ask for.
It's about to start. There's the traditional shaking of hands. And there's Lloyd, Blunt, Johnson, along with Jackson, and Wally Dixon, starting five for the Seagulls, and the starting five for the Florida Sea Dragons, Franklin Paul, along with Anthony Pell, Leon Derricks, Michael Lewis, and Brian Green. And here comes the first tip-off here at Tico Arena. And it is controlled by Michael Lewis.
That's a great start, Al.
He got the ball across the timeline. This man knows how to distribute the ball. All-time assist leader at Indiana University under Bob Knight. He gets it into Anthony Pell in the post. Pell looking. Takes a fadeaway jump, and a foul has been called.
First basket by a Florida Sea Dragon at home, Anthony Pell, and a foul.
For a three-point play.
I tell you, great pass by Michael Lewis. That was a set post play that the coach talked about before the ball game, that they were going to go inside. Atlantic City doesn't have a lot of size inside, and one of the strategies was attack inside early, and that's what they did.
Pell had a great stretch on the fadeaway too, didn't he?
Got a little trouble inside, but he kept his balance.
Yes,
Anthony has really good footwork and good hands. He just needs to be a little bit more aggressive around the basket.
He misses the free throw, and it's picked up there by Larry Johnson, and they bring the ball up court. The pass into their leading scorer now, and who is Mike Lloyd.
No, Al, one thing you got to watch as a fan is watch that shot clock. Right now they're down at 10.
Yeah,
and
down to 8. There's the shot, and it's missed. Recovered in there by Dixon, and it's picked up by Anthony Pell and blocked.
Well, one of the things we've had some troubles with, Al, is getting defensive rebounds, and
the personal foul was on Anthony Pell. Ball inbounded from the side. And stolen. Picked up by Mark Jones, and Mark Jones is bringing up the ball very, very quickly. Passes it off to Pell, who loses another turnover, and the ball reverts.
I might have spoken too soon on Anthony's good hands. I think he's got to look that ball in the hands. The pass was a little low for a big man. Big man, you like to put the ball up high. The old saying for a coach is throw it high and keep it high.
Blunt and Johnson bringing the ball across the timeline for the Seagulls. That's Larry Johnson with the dribble. Into Blunt, and a whistle, and a foul. Leon Derrick's inside, and he'll be a shooting foul, so there's be 2 shots. At the line, Mike Lloyd out of Syracuse will get 2 free throws. His first is no good, and the score remains at 2-0 in favor of Florida. The second is missed, and nothing was lost, but picked up on the steal and put in immediately by Wally Dixon. Stoppage in play by the official.
I think we got a team foul. Should be.
He gave him a team foul.
Well, I think what happened is he was just adjusting the team fouls up on the overhead.
Green puts the play into Lewis, and Lewis will bring the ball up court for the Sea Dragons. Very good pass, but blocked again this time. This time it's blocked by Wally Dixon.
Coach Berry
ball belongs to the Sea Dragons.
Coach Berry likes to run a one-set series on out-of-bounds play. He runs everything up top with 4 people, and then he runs a series off of that. It should not be a reset. They're gonna take this thing and get it back and take some time off that shot clock, because that was a block shot, and they reset it at 24, and they shouldn't be resetting that.
Well, it's a little tight to begin with, because we've had several turnovers here and block shots, missed free throws, and so there's a little tension here, I believe, Terry.
Yeah, they're going to put 14 seconds up on the clock,
okay.
And then they're adjusting the team fouls, so they make them 1-1. I don't know how they got 1-1, because I've got a foul on Anthony Pell, and I also got a foul on Leon Derrick's, and it should not be 1-1. It should be 2-0.
They're pointing to the clock. They're still having some difficulty with the clock and not satisfied.
There we go. They got the shot clock reset at 14.
Okay.
There's your inbounds play.
Good by Green.
The assist to Michael Lewis.
Assist to Michael Lewis, and the basket goes to Leon Derrick. Lloyd with the ball. He drives. He's double teamed. He almost threw it away. Saved by Larry Johnson. And the ball goes out of bounds. And the ball goes out of bounds. Atlantic ball. 4 seconds left on the shot clock when the ball was knocked out of bounds. Down to 3. Let's see if they can get a stop. And he did. It's a 24-second violation, and ball belongs to Florida. Leon Derricks with the jumper. He's got it.
Coast. That's called coast to coast, Al.
Coast to coast. 4-2. Florida lead. Almost blocked there by Anthony Pell. Picked up by Jones. The bounce pass back into Pell and stolen again, this time by Lloyd. And Lloyd is going to coast. He passes off.
Well, you know, again, Al, a bounce pass to a big man running down the middle of the floor. Get the ball up high where the man can catch it. You know, don't put it down where the little man's going to come in and take it away, and that's exactly what happened. Throw the ball up high. Let him get to the block where he can make something happen. Don't throw it to him out on the court. And again,
Richie Parker has the ball. There's 17 seconds on the shot clock. He's entered the game. He's double teamed. And the miss, and Anthony Pell has the rebound for the Sea Dragon. Michael Lewis with a long lead pass, and it goes out of bounds. It'll be Atlantic City's ball. A little too far to Leon Derricks, who was running all the way but ran out of room. Putting the ball in play will be the man who just came into the game, Richie Parker. He gets the ball to Larry Johnson, who comes up court, being guarded by Lewis. He drives for the basket, and it's blocked again. And the basket counts. And the score remains 6-5. Michael Lewis with the ball, still looking to distribute the ball. There's a holding foul, I believe. And Green, it is not a shooting foul, but it is a team foul. And Tommy Blunt is the man who committed the foul. First team foul. First foul against Blunt. And Green will put the ball in play. They're asking for a new 24. There's 14 showing on the clock.
Hey, no, 24. He didn't say 24. It's a foul.
Rick Berry is
well,
arguing,
what happened,
so.
Al? We had one official call over for 14 on the shot clock, and it was a 24 because it was automatic reset because it was a foul.
Lewis with the ball at the top of the key for Florida. Into Jones, who shoots from the top. Threw far on the shot, but it's picked up by Green. Again a miss, but this time it's rebounded by Atlantic City. Stolen. Mark Jones for the dunk, and it's good.
I tell you, hang around the basketball a little bit, especially when you got a 24-second clock, because it just takes up time and you take them out of their offense. You can do that once in a while in professional basketball.
Here's Michael Lloyd driving the baseline. He's double teamed. Lloyd is a charismatic player. There's a high lob pass, and it is good as he gets the ball into number 32, Richie Parker. And we now have a one-point game, Florida leading by 1, 8-7. Michael Lewis guiding the offense tonight for Florida. The bounce pass into Jones. Jones slips and falls, and they call it a blocking foul on Michael Floyd, and that will be his first foul and a team foul for the Seagulls. They haven't reset the clock again.
They didn't reset the clock again.
Down to 11. Lewis under the basket, all alone to Leon Derricks, who scores.
Maybe we ought to play with 14 seconds, Al.
Exactly. 3-point lead for Florida. They're calling a foul, I believe, on Green.
No, what happened was they scored and they didn't reset the clock, and it was down at 2 seconds. The officials caught us, so they're going to reset it to 21.
Now they've got it straight. 21 seconds on the clock. Michael Lloyd to Johnson. Johnson will handle the offense now from the top of the key. To Deion Jackson. Jackson fakes, goes in for and misses on the little shot. Picked up there quickly by Jones, who has the ball for the Sea Dragons. Mark Jones to Brian Green, who's the leading scorer for the Sea Dragons. Backing in and posting in, and then throwing it out, kicking it out. A fake and a shot. It is only a two-pointer, but it misses by Lewis. Pass up court very quickly. And there is a foul call on Green. Michael Green has assessed the foul. It will be a shooting foul. And there's timeout on the court with the score, the Florida Sea Dragons 10 and the Atlantic Seagulls 7.
Veronica Barber, Florida mom, Orlando Bell shopper. It's not enough to just take your own kids to a theme park. You insist they bring their friends too. You're all for rambunctious water fun, but when safety's at stake, you'll gladly lose the popularity contest every time. So for all you Florida moms, we present the Bell's Mother's Day sale with 20 to 50% savings on gifts for mom and free gift wrap. It's your day, Mom. Revel in it.
A college degree is the foundation on which successful careers are built. International College is the cornerstone of this foundation. With completion scheduled for early fall 2000, our new campus will offer many exciting career programs that are the building blocks of your success. It's never too late to remodel your life. At International College, you'll find the tools you'll need to strengthen your future. Call International College today and start building your tomorrow.
UPN Tuesday. See why the Parkers and Moesha are one wild ride.
Ugh, bullet holes. That drive-by look is so 90s.
Then...
We're starting to get threats. Do not take this lightly.
The tension is building.
Get him back!
And this Tuesday...
All units, respond to a suspected explosive device.
2 guys wearing hoods dropped that package off.
It explodes. An all-new beat.
Tuesday night at 8 on UPN TV 10. You're watching UPN TV 10, serving Naples, Fort Myers, Cape Coral, and all of Southwest Florida.
Back at Tico Arena, where the Florida Sea Dragons have a 10-7 lead with 6:52 remaining in the opening period of tonight's inaugural home opener here for the Dragons.
You know, Al, this basketball team will take care of the basketball off the defensive glass and be a little bit better as far as making the play at the other end. Those 2 things that I see so far, I think this is going to be see what we got. We got the sign man that everyone knows, and he's in the NBA and local flavor.
And that's number 32 is taking the shot, and that is Richie Parker. And they're having trouble with their free throws here tonight with Atlantic City. His second shot. He misses both. Rebounded by Atlantic City. The pass out to Mike Jones. He's double teamed. He drives, he loses the ball. It's picked up again by Michael Lloyd. Lloyd with the ball. And he's double teamed. Kicks and misses. Rebounded again by Atlantic City. Barry Johnson misses on the shot. A beautiful rebound by Brian Green, who brings the ball up for Florida. Brian likes to play the point occasionally, although he is an outstanding shooting guy. There's Michael Lewis driving the lane, passing it off. The shot by Jones, and it's good. Mark Jones hits again, and he's having quite a night.
I tell you, if Michael can break down the defense, he can distribute the basketball, and I think that's going to be a big thing for the Sea Dragons as the year goes along.
Mark Jones is shooting very well. Again, a block shot and a whistle. Traveling call. The ball belongs to Florida. Traveling call on Mike Lloyd, and it'll be Florida's ball as they lead in this game 12-7.
Again, Al, you know, defensive rebounding, we lost it on the free throw. We lost it on the second shot. finally got it back, and I think that's going to be a big thing that this team's going to have to overcome. I know the coaching staff's going to continue to work on it.
Green is playing more of the play. Now he's bringing the ball up court. And Lewis will soon come out to direct play.
Well, what they're doing now is getting the ball out of Michael's hand, letting him come off double screen. It's a set play that they run, and then when Michael gets the ball, he breaks it down and penetrates, and Brian's out on the perimeter. What happened was we got an illegal pick on that.
Well, the Dragons have now committed their 4th team foul. The next foul will be in the penalty. Here's Michael Lloyd. The pass to the corner. He's double teamed immediately. Mike Jones drives on Leon Derrick's, a spinning move, and it's blocked again, and it's out of bounds. But the ball belongs to Atlantic City.
Al, what we're doing, and the team went over today in the walk around off the scouting report, is every time the ball goes to the basket, we're going to double team that entry.
Right. Another miss this time by Richard. There's a whistle. And the ball comes out of bounds. Foul is on Mark Jones. That's his first.
Now, Al, here we go again. We can see the fact that the shot clock's down at 4 seconds. We get dribble penetration, but if you look, we just don't turn and block off the shooter, and the shooter gets his own shot. And usually the shooter is the one who can get the shot, especially when you're inside.
Richie Parker hits his first one. And now Atlantic City has moved to within 3. 12-9.
I'd be willing to bet at this point, Al, they probably have 6 to 7 offensive rebounds.
Toshiro, Germany, ready to come into the game. And the ball belongs to Florida. With the ball, Mark Jones. Trying to post up, and a turnaround jumper by Green. He's good. Green makes the score 14-9. There's a long shot, a 3, and he misses on the 3. That is Michael Lloyd, rebounded by Atlantic City. A stolen ball, again by Green. Brian Green with the ball, working on his man. Back out to the top to Derrick. Green will shoot, and he's got it.
Great high
Brian
post
Green
pick and roll.
With 2 more. And they believe there's a whistle.
Well, we got a technical foul.
I believe we got a technical foul
on number 11, Mike Lloyd.
Michael Lloyd. And the coach is furious. Coach Richard Ross is the coach.
I believe they assigned that to 14, Larry Johnson.
Well, whoever they assigned it to now has picked up a technical foul, and that will be taken by Jones. That'll be 1-10, and they'll have possession of the ball after the technical.
Not in the NBA, USBL. Al, you're a little used to that possession of the ball in the college ranks. In the pro ranks, it's just that one free throw, and the team that has possession retains possession.
Larry Johnson with the ball for the Seagulls. He drives, passes it off quickly, and it's lost in there by Richie Parker. But the ball belongs to Atlantic City with 15 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Pass out to Michael Lloyd. Trying to set up the play. And the shot is good. Take it in there by Mike Jones for Atlantic City. Driving the lane and missing. The rebound is missed again. And there might be a jump. There is a tussle at the end of the basket, and a foul is going to be fought on Jackson of Atlantic City. For a while there, it looked to Terry like it was going to be a held ball. Now they're checking again.
Well, what we got here,
Let's take the replay.
Well, the foul is on the Atlantic City player, number 30, Jackson.
Yes.
And what the officials are doing, I think they got a little confused. He's got it corrected. The foul's on number 30, Jackson, over the back of Anthony Pell, and it will be Sea Dragon basketball.
shot clock, Rick. Shot clock 24. Hey, shot clock 24, please.
There's a complaint here. After a foul, it should go back to 24 seconds on the shot clock, and it's at 15. And Barry is complaining. They're signaling the bench to put more time back on. There it is, back to 24.
Now, what we have to realize is everyone here is new to this game in this area, and you got to get used to resetting that shot clock on a foul. It's the same thing as a college game.
Right.
Any foul is automatic reset of the shot clock.
Lewis, back out to Pell. He will not shoot from that distance. Pass into Toshiro, Germany. He turns, and a foul is called.
Tell you, great isolation. Toshiro just came in the ball game. I don't know of anyone in this league, when he gets the ball that low inside, can stop him. They ran the play for him. He gets the bucket.
That's why he liked him so much. He not only has good hands, he has good feet. Here's the replay. That's Toshiro, Germany. Just coming off a very bad ankle. Twists and turns, fakes his man, and puts in the basket.
Missed the free throw, but gets his own rebound.
Loose ball. They fight for it. Picked up by Atlantic City. And there is a blocking foul called against Florida. And they're in the penalty situation. There will be 2 shots. At the line will be Mike Jones. With 3:29 remaining in the first period. He's got the first one. And the score now is 19-12 with Florida leading Atlantic City. The second free throw is no good. Rebounded in there by Toshiro, Germany, to Michael Lewis. And Lewis will direct play from the top of the key.
Again, I expect an isolation for Toshiro.
Into Germany again, working on his man, and he does it again. Toshiro, Germany, has come off the bench and is doing a good job. That's his second straight basket. 21-12, Florida lead. Here's Mike Lloyd with the ball.
And watch for the double team if they drive baseline. There's your double, there's your rotation. Got there a little late.
Basket is missed, and Toshiro, Germany comes up with the ball. Stolen by Michael Lloyd. Lloyd in for the shot, and he is fouled. Basket counts. A chance for a three-point play. And it was Toshiro, Germany, who committed the foul, his second. Barry's a little unhappy, but the basket counts. Score now stands 21-12, and timeout is called. And with the score 21-12 and 2 minutes and 46 seconds remaining in the first period, we'll be back after this message.
Seeking justice is a team effort.
I'm board certified in both civil trial and business law. Call us to handle your business litigation matters.
Sometimes the worst part of being injured through negligence is feeling alone. Call us to become part of a team who is on your side.
Goldstein, Buckley, Seckman, Rice, and Pertz.
I'm Michael Morandi. During our grand opening celebration, you can buy the 2000 Kia Sophia for $0 down and only $159 a month.
The fun begins here.
Half mile south of the Naples Airport on Airport Road. I'm Michael Morandi, and the celebration goes on. Hurry in for an entry form and register to win this brand new 2000 Kia Sophia.
The fun begins here.
Half mile south of the Naples Airport on Airport Road.
First Review TV Sports brought you the high school football game of the week. Then we brought you the Florida Everblades hockey. And now, the leader in local sports in Southwest Florida brings you the inaugural season of the Florida Sea Dragons USBL basketball. Tune in to WeView TV this Saturday night at 7:30 as the Washington Congressionals take on your Florida Sea Dragons. That's this Friday night at 7:30 only on WeView TV.
Smack your butt down and watch the action Thursday nights at 8 on UPN TV 10.
As we resume play, we find Florida leading by a score of 21-12, although that differs from the scoreboard, which says 21-14 at the moment.
Well, we'll get that one figured out. I like 21-12 better, but I'm not really sure what it is. Scoreboard says 21-14, but...
Here's a chance for a three-point play coming up now from Mike Lloyd. He just scored the basket and was fouled. Lloyd had 31 points in a winning effort, their first win of the year last year down in Sarasota. And he makes it a three-point play. Michael Lewis will bring the ball up court for Florida. Into Mark Jones, looking for someone to cut. There's the pass into Germany again. He can post real well, but he loses the ball on the steal. They've got a 2-on-1 break all the way, and it's good for Mike Lloyd, who's beginning to show some power here.
What they're going to do now, Al, is they're not going to let Tashiro get that block as easily. That time they had him about 8-9 feet away from the basket, and that's not where we want him to get the basketball.
Lewis trapped by two, gives the ball out to Franklin Paul, who has entered the game. He's at the top of the key. A long three. He missed it by him. Gets his own rebound. And gets it out to Lewis, who'll start the play all over again. Michael Lewis into Germany. Germany is now being double teamed. He moves in, passes it off to Anthony Pell, and the ball is stripped away. And I believe
3-second violation.
3-second violation was called.
What happened was they're going to send a double, and if they don't get him off the block, they're going to send a double. What we have to do is we have to rotate and find the open seams off the double.
Thomas with the ball. He drives, and it's blocked nicely by Pell. Picked up by Germany and off to Lewis. Nice block by Anthony Pell, the 7-footer. And the basket is no good by Lewis. Picked up by Germany, and he scores. Germany's on a run now of 6 straight points. He has just come off the bench, and he's ignited this team. There's another blocking foul called on the Sea Dragons. And this one was on Toshiro, Germany, who's picked up his second.
That's his third out.
His second in a row. He's had two
second in a row. That's his third.
Cephas is coming into the ball game for the first time. A newcomer, Cephas Bunton, will enter the game shortly at the next available timeout. Cephas Bunton played with this team when it was in Tampa. And Coach Berry is quite impressed with him. He's a shot blocker, and he's a good defensive player. The free throw is good by Wally Dixon.
He just got into town, been playing overseas, been with the team since they got back from the road trip. And I think he's going to add some dimensions to this basketball team that they didn't have on that road trip.
Well, what he wants is defense, and I think he's had it. He misses on the second free throw, rebounded by Anthony Pell, using his 7-foot advantage very well tonight. Michael Lewis with the ball for the Sea Dragons. As the clock moves down to 1 minute and 4 seconds in the first period, the pass to Mark Jones. The little flip, and he's got it. Jones is having a good night.
Again, off that double screen.
Set up very nicely. Michael Lloyd with the ball. Working on Anthony Paul. He drives the baseline, and the shot is blocked and picked up again by Michael Paul. Paul with the ball. Passes it off to the corner to Cephas Bunton, and Michael Lewis will set up the play again. Mark Jones loses the ball, kicks it for a minute, and a foul has been called on Wally Dixon. That was his first personal foul, and it will be a shooting foul.
What it is, Al, we got a foul that's the second foul under the time period, the 2-minute mark, right. So it's an automatic bonus situation.
First one misses by Mark Jones. He has another one coming. Clock shows 27 seconds left. Plenty of time for Atlantic City to come down. He makes the second, moving the score now to 26-18 on the scoreboard clock here. We're down to 20 seconds on the shot clock, and 20 seconds almost equal here in terms of the shot clock and the play clock. Jones driving off the hoop. Again, it's Anthony Pell. Pell doing a good job of rebounding now. Stolen! And he's fouled. Will they count the basket? The basket counts. A chance for a three-point play with just 4 seconds remaining in the game. First period. The basket is good, and a foul is committed by Anthony Pell, who went up too high.
Al, that's about
Here comes the replay.
That's about the third time that we have done a good job on the rebound and turnover. Here you see the replay and the foul picked up by Anthony.
And a three-point play.
Should have been a shot blocker on that one. Not trying to
only
take
a 5-point lead. A whistle stops play. There was no time left on the clock, and that is the end of the first period.
Into the first quarter.
And that's the end of the first quarter with the Sea Dragons leading the Seagulls by 5. The score 26-21.
One of R&B's biggest stars, one of rap's all-time moguls. Monday, megastars Brandy and Master P mix it up on Moesha.
You heard? We heard you, Pete.
Then his new girl was just one of the guys.
Rachel used to be a man. What? Your chick used to have a...
The Barkers. Next, how do you pay for your dream car?
I just have to cut a few corners, that's all.
Grown-ups. Followed by Malcolm and Eddie.
Monday night at 8 on UPN TV 10.
Now, Cornerstone Promotions brings back the spirit of the 60s with the greatest songs of an unforgettable era.
There's a sense of compliments and meaningless nouns. Turn on, tune in, turn your eyes around.
Give me a head with hair, long, beautiful hair. To everything, turn, turn, turn. This is the dawning of the age of Aquarius.
In the white room with black curtains.
Sign, sign, everywhere a sign. Looking at the scenery, breaking my mind. You and I come to the beat of a different drum. Come on, people now. Smile.
Spirit of the 60s on 2 cassettes or 2 CDs. Call this toll-free number for Spirit of the 60s. Cassettes $19.98, CDs $26.98 plus $5.50 shipping. Have your credit card ready and call now.
First Review TV Sports brought you the high school football game of the week. Then we brought you the Florida Everblades hockey. And now, the leader in local sports in Southwest Florida brings you the inaugural season of the Florida Sea Dragons USBL basketball. Tune in to WeView TV this Saturday night at 7:30 as the Washington Congressionals take on your Florida Sea Dragons. That's this Friday night at 7:30 only on WeView TV.
People magazine calls him one of the sexiest men alive.
If you smell what The Rock is cooking.
See The Rock on WWF SmackDown.
Back here at Tico Arena, and you're looking at the blimp that's been floating around with dollar bills around it. And the fans have been having a grand time following it, Terry.
You know, Al, what we saw happen in that first quarter is we did some things well, but what we have to really work on is continue to get those defensive rebounds and not turn over after getting a defensive rebound, and then take care of the basketball when we get down to the offensive end. I think if we do those things, our lead's going to expand here a little bit. But you know, it's a 5-point ball game right now.
Atlantic City putting the ball in play to start the second quarter. They're trailing by 5. With the ball is Larry Johnson looking at it, tries to split, and a foul has been called. A holding foul has been called against Franklin Paul of the Sea Dragons. This is the first team foul in the second quarter. The ball is out of bounds, but it belongs to Atlantic City. They say that Richie Parker, feet were in bounds when he threw that ball in back in play. 19 seconds left on the clock shot. There's a push off there. It got real heavy underneath the basket, and the ball. Richie Parker is the man who committed the foul, pushing off on Paul, and Green will put the ball in play. Back in the game now, or back in for the first time, will be Lakeista McCullough. He's the man bringing the ball up court. Lakeista McCullough played at North Carolina State and was a member of the Sea Dragon team when they were in Tampa last year. Brian Green with the ball. He's got to get up on a shooting spree. He is their best shooter. Cephas Bunton with the ball and dropped by Derricks. Picked up and all the way to the basket on a beautiful pass off, and the basket is good. Scored in there by Richie Parker. Score goes now to 26-23. The lead has been cut to 3. Short jumper in there is good by Green. And back to a 5-point lead for Florida as Brian Green hits on the short jumper. Michael Lloyd works the ball through the corner. Richie Parker. And there's another foul call. This foul is on Franklin Paul. That's his second. And the second team foul here in the second quarter. It was a shooting foul. He will get 2. He was in the act of shooting. Parker misses the first one. And the 5-point lead stands here in the second quarter. We have just started the second quarter here at Tico Arena between Atlantic City and the Florida Sea Dragons. Parker misses both. The rebound is picked up by Lakeista McCullough, and McCullough will bring the ball up. McCullough playing the point now. Brian Green to the side, looking to set up a play. He takes the long shot, and it is called off. It's waved off. There was a foul underneath the basket. Non-shooting foul by Larry Johnson, who committed the foul. And the clock will be reset at 24. Green will put the ball in play. Foul on Atlantic City. That's their first team foul. Some explanation to the bench now by the official as time is held up. They're talking to the timekeeper at the moment. Nothing has been said. No explanation yet as why time was called.
They're going to reset this shot clock to 14, and we had a foul, and that clock needs to go to 24. We're in the same problem again.
They didn't do it in the first quarter. They're not consistent on their resetting the time clock. Green will put the ball in play. Now they reset it to 14.
It should be out. It should have been 24.
There's Green with the jumper. In and out. A nice attempt there by Cephas Bunton, but Bunton could not control the ball, and the ball goes over to Atlantic City.
Well, I tell you, I'm having a tough time understanding the
clock
officials.
management.
Well,
here.
It's not clock management, Al. That was called over by the official.
Here's Bunton going all the way. He misses. Picked up by Lakeista McCullough. McCullough will bring the ball up to Florida. McCullough all the way, and he's got it. Good play by Lakeista. He went coast to coast on that one. Dragons now lead by 7. There's a looping pass, and it's picked up by Paul, who quickly passes the ball off to Lakeista. Lakeista will bring the ball across the timeline. There's a high looping pass, almost an alley-oop, and a slip by Franklin Paul. I hope he's not hurt. He slipped just as about the time he was about to catch the ball from Lakeista McCullough. They're trying to check if there's a foul or what the infraction was. Here's a replay.
Okay, what we see is we see Lakeista throwing a lob pass up inside.
It looks like he dragged him down to me, Terry. The official is explaining it, but it looked like a takedown to me, and they're not calling it a... Second team foul on Atlantic City. They have credited him with a foul. With the ball is Brian Green, posting up on his man, trying to go underneath. He misses the shot. The tap is good, and the basket goes to Cephas Bunton, He just came into the game in the first quarter. He joined the team just a couple of days ago. Michael Lloyd with the ball for Atlantic City. Lloyd back out to Johnson. Johnson trying to move on his man up the lane, a short jumper. He misses, and a great job by Anthony Paul. He comes off the boards with the ball. Lakeisha McCullough going, a quick pass, and oh, the dunk is missed in there by Cephas Button. And down come Atlantic City, and the Stacey cannot score. Another attempt at the basket, and it is finally tapped in by Dean John Jackson for Atlantic City, 32-25. Florida lead. Brian Green trying to post up on his man. They double team him, and he throws the ball away. A turnover, and Atlantic City will have the ball. There's a substitution coming in. Bernard Blunt is coming in, and out goes Mike Lloyd, their leading scorer. Number 12 replaces number 11 for Atlantic City. 7-point lead here for Florida. And bringing up the ball is Larry Johnson. Johnson looked like he was going to take the three, and then he decided not to. He goes the lane, passes it off, and it's blocked. Blocked by Toshiro Germany. Here comes Paul, and he's made it good. (34-25) Florida lead. Richie Parker with the ball. He's double teamed, and the shot, stoppage of play, and a foul is called. Cephas Bunton is called for the foul, and Cephas Bunton indicates to the referee that he made the right call. A push-off. Here's the replay. The drive, and the block, and in, and good. It will be Richie Parker taking the free throw after the foul by Cephas Bunton. They're having all kinds of trouble with their free throws here. If they were making their free throws, we might have a ball game at this moment.
The player at the foul line, Richie Parker, for you basketball junkies out there, was a player at Long Island University. Got their program going a number of years ago when they made a run and got the NCAA tournament.
You missed them both. They have done this several times tonight. The rebound is by Leon Derricks, who gives it off to Lakeisha McCullough for Florida. Lakeisha working on his man, gets a screen, takes it all the way, and it's blocked and picked up by Atlantic City. A quick pass, having trouble holding on to the ball, was blocked, and the ball is blocked, and all alone is Leon Derricks, and he slams it home. And the Dragons now take a 36-25 lead, and they're going to call timeout for Atlantic City.
Took a 30-second, 20-second hit timeout here. Not a full timeout, so we're going to stay right here.
Stay tuned to WeView TV after the game for all the slamming action of the WWF Greatest Hits 2. That's at 10, followed by a brand new episode of the European hit, I Dare You. Only on WeView TV, UPN TV 10 for all of Southwest Florida. And that's the 22nd timeout with the score. The Florida Sea Dragons leading now by a score of 36-25, and that's the largest lead of the game.
Well, we're playing in spurts, Al, you know, and by playing in spurts, we're not able to sustain anything, and that's kind of come back and taking away opportunities to score. It's taking away opportunities to stop them from scoring, and there's just too many times that we're letting them get a play off of us not making a play, and I think we need to eliminate that.
Blunt and Johnson are the guards. They're bringing the ball up court now for Atlantic City here, with 7:37 remaining in the first half.
We got illegal defense. First one
illegal
called.
defense. The next one called will result in a free throw and possession of the ball. An illegal defense called against the Florida Sea Dragons. Number 20, Jeremy Hyatt, is coming to the game. He'll put the ball in play now on the side. Hyatt puts the ball in play. to Darren Johnson, and again, a whistle.
Waiting on resetting the shot clock again.
Yes, it is. They've got us up at 14.
14. They got it now.
They've got us right now after a quarter, almost a quarter and a half. Passes into Larry Johnson. And with the ball is Blunt. Trying to post and double team down there is Johnson. A short jumper, it misses, and it's rebounded by Leon Derricks for Florida. Another rebound for Florida, and Lakeisha McCullough will bring the ball up court.
Start doing a lot better job on the defensive glass, and it's enabling us to
and the
get
big
some
men are doing
offensive
it.
opportunities.
Lakeisha passing it off to Paul. Franklin Paul's shot is in the air, and it misses. They fight for it, and it's going out of bounds and belongs to Atlantic City. It'll be Bernard Blunt. There's a timeout on the floor being called now by the Atlantic City with the score here at Tico Arena in the second quarter with 6:58 remaining in the half. Dragons leading the Seagulls by a score of 36-25.
Sea Dragons.
It's the perfect pass. The lob is good.
Sea Dragons run.
The steal, up court. He's looking for his man. A crossover dribble. Finds his man. High loopy pass. The lob and it's good.
Sea Dragons jump and jam.
He's all alone through the legs. He puts it away on the jam.
Sea Dragons, coached by Rick Barry.
It's a reverse jammer. Two more.
Sea Dragons, all season. For ticket information, call 267-2323 or visit us at floridaseadragons.com.
Seeking justice is a team effort.
Our team works tirelessly in our efforts to achieve the results our clients expect of us. Call any of our 6 locations.
Motorcyclists make easy targets. If you've been injured due to another driver's negligence, let us protect your rights. Call for a free consultation.
Goldstein, Buckley, Seckman, Rice, and Pertz.
Welcome to Southwest Florida Outdoors, your new hometown adventure. Our 2-hour lineup this season includes Tarpon Bay Tales with Captain Alex Weskin, The Techno Angler with Captain Kirk St. Cartier, Tales of the Everglades Angler with Curtis Grant and Rob Murchison, and Billy's Bow Hunting Adventures with Bill Springer. So join us every Sunday from 4 to 6 p.m. for some exciting local action on Southwest Florida Outdoors. Remember, we just have more.
You're watching UPN TV 10, serving Naples, Fort Myers, Cape Coral, and all of Southwest Florida.
Jeremy Hyatt will bring the ball up court here as we resume play here at Tico Arena. Jeremy Hyatt passing the ball in over the top to Blunt. Blunt shot is blocked again. They're doing a good job at blocking.
Again, Cephas Button.
Cephas Button. Stolen for just a moment. Picked up. Green's shot is in and out. The tap by Cephas Button was no good. Rebounded by Atlantic City. And bringing the ball up court will be Blunt. The shot is no good. Taken by Jeremy Hyatt. And a foul has been committed by Reggie Walsh. Reggie Walsh, who's come into the game, commits the foul. And that's his first foul and the second team foul for the Seagulls. Lakeisha McCullough will bring the ball up court to Franklin Paul for Florida. Cutting under the basket, but being guarded very well is Brian Green, who's trying to shake himself loose to take the shot. They're putting a little more some pressure on the defense now. And a foul is called on Bernard Blunt for pushing off. That's his second. They're in fourth team foul. The next one will result in the bonus. They will go into a free throw situation. That's a non-shooting foul. Okay, back into the game comes Michael Lloyd. He's been out for a while. He's their leading scorer. And out of the ball game comes Larry Johnson, putting Mike Lloyd back in the game. And he's the man to watch. He is their high scorer, averaging close to 23 points a game. There's a quick pass, almost broken up, but picked up again by Lloyd. Lloyd drives, stops at the head of the key. Trying to make a move on Pell. It's Richie Parker, and the ball is knocked out of bounds.
Another block by Cephas Button. Now, I don't have the stats here right now, but he's probably got about 5 to 6 block shots. It's made a big difference in the ball game since he's been in
Very
service.
said about him. He's our defensive man. He knows how to move. With the ball is Lloyd. He goes underneath and makes the tap is no good by Johnson. The ball is stolen. Coming up court very quick is Mark Jones. Goes all the way and the ball is blocked right into the hands of Jeremy Hyatt. And the ball is taken by Lloyd, and he scores an easy 2 on the layup. The score now is 36-27. The Dragons leading the Seagulls. Lakeisha McCullough. The jumper, no good, far wide of the shoot. They fight for the ball, and it's picked up by Atlantic City, and here comes Mike Lloyd once again. Lloyd underneath the basket, and all alone for the easy basket was Reggie Welch. The ball to Bunton. Bunton's shot is blocked, and his bodies are flying all over the floor. That is a charging foul by Mike Jones has been called. They changed that now to Don Jackson, who gets his second personal foul. 7-point lead now for the Dragons, 36-29. And at the line, in the situation now, it's a shooting situation. That was their 5th team foul. Cephas Bunton will be at the line. He'll have 2. And the first is good. Bunton, who's made a real presence here. He's just joined the team. He missed their first 3 games. Cephas Button will now take his second free throw. And he misses the second one. Rebounded in there by Wally Dixon. Mike Lloyd handling the ball. Gets it off to Blunt. This is the team that started the game, Blunt and Lloyd. And the ball is thrown away, but I believe it was touched. They're claiming it was touched last by the team. There's a technical foul call against Coach Ross.
That's 1 technical and a second, and he is gone.
That's right. The coach has just been called for a technical foul, and he is gone. He's leaving the floor right now, and Atlantic City will be playing without their head coach.
Got one. Question to call. I don't think the ball was touched when it came back, and picked up the second. The second one, he's gone. It's kind of late to get to the beach tonight, Al, but you know, he's got a little time on his hands. He can head on out and visit Fort Myers Beach and the lovely islands of Sanibel.
He'll be welcome. He was furious as he left the floor. He left the arena now. And assistant coach Roy Heck takes over. There's the first technical, and it's good. Now he will take the second, and they will have possession of the ball as well, the Dragons. So we go to a 10-point lead on the technical, which has hurt the team, Atlantic City. Their coach is out with 2 technicals. And the Sea Dragons retain possession, plus getting the 2 free throws on the 2 technicals. And they lead by 10 with 4:36 remaining in the first half.
What we had was off that turnover, it's our ball right here in front of us, Al, where the ball went out of bounds, and we got a 24-second clock. This can be a big turnaround here. It could be a 4-point or a 5-point swing for us with very little time going off the clock.
With the ball is Green. Brian Green. Waiting for someone to cut. The ball is thrown too hard and picked up in there by Reggie Welsh. Welsh will bring the ball up court, and he gives the ball off to Mike Lloyd.
Okay, they're going isolation play inside, and we're probably going to come and double from the high. Give that shot up.
And it's taken off by Green on the rebound. He almost has the ball stolen. The ball's out of bounds. And they say it's... They're going to give the ball to...
Well, what happened was the player touched the ball, and he was standing out of bounds, so we retained possession. 22 seconds on the shot clock.
Mike Jones would put the ball in play.
We're going with a big lineup now with Brian Green at the point, as far as at the guard position. So we're running Brian at the point a little bit. So we'll probably see some two-man game with Brian.
Paul for a two, and it's no good. A long rebound. Picked up by Atlantic City, stolen by Paul. The dunk, and it's home and good.
What kept that alive was Cephas Button, acting with his hands. Ball picked up 2 points.
Franklin Paul gets the 2 points, and the lead goes to 41-29. Dragons lead. 3:21 remaining in the first half. The reverse is good by Wally Dixon. 41-31, a 10-point lead now for Florida, as the lead is still double-digit.
We're going to see again. Pick and roll.
Mark Jones.
No, Brian Green.
Brian Green. He's smothered. Cephas is smothered. They are playing rough defense. They're going to call it a jump ball.
We're probably going to get about 1 second on that shot clock.
A hell ball is called.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hell ball gets that reset.
Michael Lewis ready to check into the game at the moment. Timeout called by Atlantic City. 2:50 remaining in the first half, with the Sea Dragons leading by 10, 41-31 over the Atlantic City Seagulls. We'll be back right after this timeout.
As you can see, our filtered cigarette sales have increased by 15%.
You guys are killing me. 1,000 people a day? Come on, give me a break.
Make no mistake.
Hello? Guys, is this thing on?
Every day, over 1,000 people die from a tobacco-related illness. And every day, the tobacco industry just ignores them.
Ow.
Morandi Kia is the #1 Kia dealership in Southern Florida.
Over 200 Kias in inventory.
Deals? How about up to $3,000 cash back, or
new 2000 Kia Sophias for $0 down and only $159 a month.
New 2000 Kia Sportages for $0 down and only $229 a month.
All credit applications will be processed.
At Morandi, you don't need a gold card to get easy Kia credit.
So hurry in now.
At Morandi, the fun begins here.
Half-mile south of the Naples Airport on Airport Road.
UPN Wednesday. He can handle assassins, but can he handle
Whoa, gorgeous.
teenagers? Together, they can catch a killer.
Stop those girls!
If they don't kill each other first.
You girls need a spanking.
An all-new 7 days. Then, she possesses awesome powers. Now, this former crew member
Intruder alert.
is back with a vengeance.
I trusted you, Cass. No.
An all-new Voyager. Right after 7 days. It all starts Wednesday at 8/7 Central on UPN. Beneath the City of Angels,
You are now our hostages.
there's going to be hell to pay. 7 days.
After the hell ball, the jump ball, as we resume play. Cephas Bunton taps it far out to Michael Lewis, and Florida has the ball. Mark Jones with the jumper. Short. Picked up by Paul. Franklin Paul with the ball. Franklin Paul shoots a three, and he misses it. They hit the 24-second shot. Got one off, but the basket counted. Made by Mark Jones. 43-31, Florida lead.
going to get a post inside. Michael got caught on a guard, but a great job being active with his hands, and they picked up the foul. Great job with Michael Lewis as they tried to post him with a bigger man inside.
And of course that will be a shooting foul because they're over the limit now. And Michael has a chance to make two, as the Dragons lead 43-31 over the Seagulls.
That foul was on Jeremy Hyatt. Basketball fans out there, Jeremy Hyatt played at North Carolina State and played there for a good 4 years. And he's a Florida product, played up in Jacksonville.
The first is good by Lewis. Lewis, the all-time assist leader at Indiana University in his career under Bob Knight, as he makes them both. And the Dragons lead now goes to 45-31. Mike Lloyd with the ball. The turnaround is good by Steve Smith. He is the NCAA slam dunk leader when he was only a freshman. Michael Lewis now the ball, 45-33. Florida lead. Ball is knocked out by Atlantic City, and the ball belongs to Florida.
That was Anthony Pell's third foul.
Pell goes out, and as Johnny Williams comes in, Pell gets a nice hand from the crowd. Johnny Williams, who stands 6'10" out of Eastern Michigan, takes his place at the center post.
5-second violation.
They could not get the ball in. And Lloyd will run the ball in. Almost blocked. The tap is no good. Picked up in there by Johnny Williams. And it's out of bounds, and the ball is given to Atlantic City. They say it was touched last by Florida, and it's Atlantic City's ball. The pass to Smith, he's double teamed. Michael Lloyd loses the ball. It's stolen. Franklin Paul with the behind the back, comes up court, tries to take the shot, and he is fouled.
No foul, Al. They didn't call one.
They just gave them the ball.
Just gave him the ball. I think it was a foul. You think it was a foul. A lot of people here thought it was a foul.
He went
three
flying.
guys out there didn't think it was a foul.
Ball belongs to Florida. Here's the replay. You judge for yourself.
Okay, Franklin does a good job getting the ball and pushes it up the court, loses his hand a little bit, but then takes it in the basket. It's fouled there, and then there's a foul.
There's a foul. He's actually touched, but it was not called. The pass is stolen. It was
two times on the inbounds play. We turn it over. Gotcha.
Jeremy. Ball belongs to Atlantic City. Jeremy Hyatt with just 55 seconds remaining here in the first half. Mike Lloyd with an eye on the clock. He's double teamed. The ball is kicked. And a foul has been called against the Florida Sea Dragons. That's their fourth team foul, and it's not a shooting foul. They'll take it out of bounds. Jeremy Hyatt will put the ball in play. Now they give the ball over to Wally Dixon. .47 seconds remain here to play in the second quarter, in the first half of play at Tico Arena. And the free throw will be taken by Mike Lloyd. His first is good. Both teams over the limit now, both with 5 team fouls. as the half winds down. 47 seconds remaining. And he misses the second. Picked up by Cephas Bunton, who's playing an outstanding game for Florida. Micah Lewis with the ball. Mark Jones on the short jumper, no good. They fight for the rebound, and the ball is given to Atlantic City. On a foul. The foul was on a Johnny Williams. And there will be two shots here with just 36 seconds remaining for Atlantic City as they trail now 45-34. The first is good. They've been missing their free throws. It's now a 10-point lead. He can reduce that to 9 before halftime. Florida's been playing with a double-digit lead most of the second quarter, and he makes it good, and it goes to a 9-point lead for Florida with 34 seconds remaining in the first half. With the ball is Jones. Mark Jones behind the back pass, and the basket is good as Johnny Williams scores his first basket of the night for Florida. 14 seconds remaining in the game, in the first half of tonight's game. The clock is winding down. Here comes the shot. It's a three, and he misses on the three, and that's the end of the first half. With the score, the Florida Sea Dragons 47, the Atlantic City Seagulls 35. It's been a good first half for Florida. They have picked up defensively. Their free throw shooting has not been as good as we thought it might be, but the free throw shooting for Atlantic City has been terrible in the first half. If it had not been for that, they would have been much closer than they are right now, trailing by 11 points. Terry Thimler's on the court now, and he's going to have a brief word with Coach Rick Berry. Terry?
Second half.
Well, yeah, Terry, we just didn't execute. We had a chance to put this team in a big hole early in the basketball game and even late here in the second quarter. First of all, we start the game out giving up an offensive rebound, something that's hurt us before. We've got to control the defensive boards, and we got to take care of the ball. If we just cut down on our turnovers and cut down on the second shot opportunities that they have, I mean, my heavens, we had rebounds after playing good defense, threw the ball away, and they got 6 points as a result of that on 2 3-point plays. So we just have to take better care of the ball, do a better job on the defensive boards, and push it down their throat. If we do that, there's no way in the world we can lose this game.
Get him to the second half, Coach.
Let's see what happens.
Well, we're back here at Tico Arena, and we have some halftime entertainment coming your way, and we'll be analyzing the first half for you with Terry Thimler. A reminder that you're watching Review TV and the first telecast of the home season for the Florida Sea Dragons, and they lead Atlantic City at halftime by a score of 47-36. We'll be back right after these messages.
Hi, I'm Wilford Brimley for Liberty Medical. I'm a diabetic. I know how serious this disease is, but I also know a way to help control it. Check your blood sugar and check it often. And Liberty makes that easier. If you're 65 or over, on Medicare and diabetic, call Liberty right now. They're the country's largest Medicare mail-order diabetic testing supply company, and they make things simple. They bring your supplies right to your door. Then Liberty bills Medicare and your insurance company. That's right. No money up front and no more forms to fill out. Diabetes doesn't have to take over your life. Check your blood sugar. Check it often. See, there's just no reason not to. And call Liberty. They're professionals and they can help you live a better life.
For more information or free home delivery, call 1-800-524-7642.
Hi, Ready Red Steer here, inviting you to join me with Anglers Outlook Fishing Show on Monday evening here on WeView 10 at 7 p.m., where you can learn anything you want to know about the boating and the fishing here in Southwest Florida. Channel 8 in Fort Myers, Channel 23 in Cape Coral, and Channel 10 everywhere else in Southwest Florida.
First, Review TV Sports brought you the high school football game of the week. Then, we brought you the Florida Everblades hockey. And now, the leader in local sports in Southwest Florida brings you the inaugural season of the Florida Sea Dragons USBL basketball. Tune in to WeView TV this Saturday night at 7:30 as the Washington Congressionals take on your Florida Sea Dragons. That's this Friday night at 7:30, only on WeView TV.
You're watching UPN TV 10, serving all of Southwest Florida.
Al Ackerman back with Terry Fimmler at halftime with Florida Sea Dragons leading by 11. If I heard correctly in the interview you had with Coach Berry, he said his team should have put this team away. Do you agree?
Well, I think Coach Berry had a good handle on it. I think we saw the same thing here, that a lot of rebounds when we finally started defensive rebounds, but then we had turnovers off those defensive rebounds. Poor outlet passes, 2 or 3 turnovers off that. That's 6 points that we didn't get, and maybe 6 points they got. That's 10, 12-point swing. That makes it a 20-point basketball game. Plus, as Coach said, we didn't rebound the ball at the beginning of the game, and that's something we're going to have to overcome.
It's interesting to note that 2 men have been very instrumental who did not play in the first 3 games. Toshiro Germany, who was splendid when he was in the game before he picked up his 3rd foul. And Cephas Bunton is everything we've heard. He's all arms. He's like a spider out there.
Yeah, when we get some stats, we'll share it with the people back home or at home. And Cephas Bunton's probably, as I said before, has probably got 5 block shots. And Toshiro, when he got in the ball game, did an excellent job posting up and got us some easy baskets.
What scares you, of course, is that with the 24-second clock, a 11-point lead doesn't mean that much. Like Barry said, I'd like a 27-point lead and bury him.
It makes a big difference. You know, a shot clock enables teams to get back into the basketball game because shots have to be taken, and 24-second clock really enables a team to get back.
47-36 is the halftime score. Florida leading. We'll be right back after this timeout.
UPN Tuesday. See why the Parkers and Moesha are one wild ride.
Ugh, bullet holes. That drive-by look is so 90s.
Then...
We're starting to get threats. Do not take this lightly.
The tension is building.
Get him back!
And this Tuesday...
All units, respond to a suspected explosive device.
2 guys wearing hoods dropped that package off.
It explodes. An all-new beat.
Tuesday night at 8 on UPN TV 10.
Windjammer. Live your dream. Adventure. Sail away to Neverland with Windjammer. You will never forget. Windjammer. Windjammer.
This is a mouse. And this is a mouse. And this, too, is a mouse. A Microsoft Office user specialist. International College can provide you with your mouse and A+ technician certification. Our associate's and bachelor degree programs in computer information technology let you experience the hottest software and hardware platforms. Become a web enabler, an e-commerce expert, or a business application developer. International College's School of Advancing Computer Information Technology. Space is limited. Enroll now.
Who is Ainsley Harriott? A globe-trotting gourmet, a TV personality, a family man.
Absolutely.
He's funny, spontaneous, and totally outrageous.
This is going to be very exciting.
Ainsley Harriott, a fresh taste in daytime, surprises, music, fun, and food in the kitchen and on location.
I have arrived, Flambe Star.
Great food, great talk, great fun.
Tell me more.
The Ainsley Harriott Show.
Weekdays at 10 a.m. on WeView TV. You're watching UPN TV 10, serving all of Southwest Florida.
Rather than go back to the cacophony of noise, why don't we listen to the halftime ceremonies going on with the youngsters and this band that they have here. And as soon as I said that, we had time to talk because the music stopped.
Well, I think what we have here, Al, is we have a little contest going on. And,
with the 2 young ladies out there. Here comes another youngster who's going to participate in this dance contest.
Portland, Oregon. Are you ready to do your bid? You ready to do your bid? Hold on, not that. Turn around. Face All right. And what's your name, sir? Dick Dixon. Dick Dixon. Okay, Dick. Where you from? Begina Springs. Begina Springs. Yeah. Are you ready to do your thing? Face the crowd. How many people are ready to see this man do his thing? First of all, oh, hey. It's okay. Hold on. You need a hug. You need a hug. All right. Here we go. You ready? 1, 2, 1, 2.
Hey, Dan, how you doing?
How are you, buddy?
We just stopped by to let you know that we at Union Tobacco really appreciated your business. 30 years. That's incredible. And not once did you think about changing brands on us, did you, Dan?
Now, they don't make them like you anymore, buddy.
No, they don't. I don't know how we'll ever replace you.
The tobacco industry loses over 1,000 customers every day.
Take it easy, Dad.
Guess who's been chosen to replace them?
What?
Support your local high school band. Goldstein, Buckley, Seckman, Rice, and Pertz.
Ever had trouble finding the one thing you need, like an important receipt or your bank card? Now you can find all your cards and receipts instantly with the amazing Magic Wallet. Is your wallet bursting at the seams? You need the Magic Wallet. The Magic Wallet is thin, compact, good-looking, and made of top-quality leather. But watch closely, because you're about to see what makes the Magic Wallet different than any other. Simply put your cash or a receipt inside and close the wallet, and presto, it's magically grabbed and held tight. The Magic Wallet instantly grabs parking stubs, business cards, credit card receipts, and more, so you'll know just where to find them. But that's not all. These outside pockets hold all your cards and driver's license conveniently and securely. And the Magic Wallet stays thin and streamlined. No other wallet can do this. It's magic.
Call or order on the web to receive the amazing Magic Wallet for just $14.95 and receive Auto Wallet, a $6.95 value, absolutely free. Or get 2 Magic Wallets for just $19.95. Call or order on the web at 800-524-7642.
The music has stopped and the teams are coming back out on the floor. A quick analysis, Terry, of how this team can continue to win by this double-digit margin and go on to win, because they did have this kind of lead on the road and lost. We know that.
And I think that loss came about by talking to Coach Barry and his staff, and the fact that we did not rebound the ball off the defensive glass. We gave up offensive rebounds. We didn't get to the foul line in the second half in one of those ball games, and that came back and haunted us. We got to rebound the ball defensively. Then when we get rebounds, we got to really take care of the basketball out and make sure that we get something good out of it. I think if we do that, I think we get ahead of this team a little bit here in the third quarter, get the lead up to 14, 16 points. That's going to put a little pressure on them. I don't think they're an explosive team that can put some threes on the board. I think we can get them in a little bit of hole I don't think they're going to be able to recover from. But we're going to have to rebound the basketball.
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned the other team, because they can go on a run and really hurt you. They move the ball. They do some good rebounding. They've missed a lot of free throws, and they've had some missed opportunities, and their coach didn't help them at all either by getting the 2 technical fouls. There was a real swing there.
Yeah, that wasn't a good situation. But, you know, I've been in that situation before. Never picked it up where I've had to lead the court. But, you know, sometimes the emotions get the best of you, and you know, he's trying to win a basketball game, and I'm sure if he had to do over again, he'd do it differently.
I'm sure he would. We'll be back with the second half of tonight's game, with Florida leading Atlanta City 47-36 at halftime, right after these messages.
This is a factory-authorized announcement from Toyota. 1,000 new Toyotas have been assembled in one location for immediate disposal. New Corollas are Tacomas at $11,988, $169 a month, 0 down. Camrys just $15,988 and over $219 a month, 0 down. Even 4Runners and Tundra V8 access cabs just $279 a month, 0 down. But don't go to your local Toyota showrooms. This event will be held outdoors on 20 acres through Sunday at the corner of Colonial and Fowler Street.
Veronica Barber, Florida mom, Orlando Bell shopper. It's not enough to just take your own kids to a theme park. You insist they bring their friends, too. You're all for rambunctious water fun, but when safety's at stake, you'll gladly lose the popularity contest every time. So for all you Florida moms, we present the Bell's Mother's Day sale. with 20 to 50% savings on gifts for Mom and free gift wrap. It's your day, Mom. Revel in it.
I think we should mention, Terry, we're going to be right back here tomorrow night as Florida will play their second game, and that's the official sponsor of the game tomorrow night is Southwest Florida's #1 newspaper, the News Press. The Florida Sea Dragons host the Washington Congressionals here at Tico, and the News Press will be distributing cheer cards. There'll be plenty of good seats are still available for the 7:30 tip-off. Tickets available at the Tico Arena box office or from Ticketmaster. For information about season ticket packages or group rates, log on to our website at www.floridaseadragons.com or complete coverage of tonight's game by the News Press by reading it tomorrow.
Right? Got the third quarter?
Well, Al, I think we came up with a really, really good crowd. I think this team is going to make a mark in the area. If you're sitting at home, it's been a night full of entertainment. We've had money drop from a blimp. Didn't get low enough for you and I, though.
I'll tell you what I liked most about the game was the fact that we did have the big men doing a job tonight. Toshiro Germany, along with Anthony Pello, who unfortunately has 3 fouls on him. We'll have the stats a little later. But this is what's expected of these big men. Block the shots and get the ball. Rebounding is really the name of the game. You can't win without rebounding.
And it goes back to the point that we got some play off the bench in Germany and in Button, and that was a big difference in that first half. If they give us that same play here in the second half, along with the other players who came into the basketball game, I think we're going to be a better basketball team from it. And I think that's going to be a part of this basketball team is developing that bench.
Well, here we go. We've got an 11-point lead as we start the second half. Florida leading Atlantic City by a score of 47-36. They will inbound the ball to start the second half. Atlantic City. And a whistle stops play. No indication yet of a whistle stop.
Again, we had a shot clock situation
that
where
isn't moving.
It wasn't moving. It was at 24. It's supposed to be at 20.
But they're not moving it to 20. Assistant coach Heck is now standing, as is Rick Berry. We now have an assistant coach. If you weren't with us earlier, head coach Ricardo Ross was thrown out after his third technical foul. 2 in a row.
Okay, we're
ready to resume play. They got it reset now. And it is Mike Lloyd with the ball to start here the second half on offense for Atlantic City. The shot from the corner is good by Wally Dixon. Under the basket and a bounce pass, and the ball is good. It's good by Green.
With a great assist from Leon Derricks off of a play that was run for Leon. When the double team came, he dropped it off to Brian for an easy 2.
49-38. Florida lead. There was a 2. He was not a 3, but it was good by Blunt. And it is now 49-40, and that 10-point lead now is now 9. Michael Lewis. Green takes the shot, a 2, and he's got it. Brian Green.
Running that high pick and roll with Anthony Peel, bringing Brian off of it in that isolation.
51-40. The shot is missed and over the backboard and will belong to Florida.
I think we're going to see a lot of isolations probably in this particular segment of the ball game. Probably a lot of Brian Green coming off of high post. See if we can get Brian going. Also probably see if we can get Leon going. So look for Brian Green coming off of double picks. Also look for him coming off of single picks and the pick and roll. Well, we had the double pick, but Leon forgot to set the double pick.
And he threw it away. at the same time. Mike Jones, there's a tray and it missed. That one was by Michael Lloyd. Rebounded, and there was Jones with the ball for Florida.
Okay, here goes a high pick and roll again for Bryant.
Bryant. Good pass. And they moved it very well with Leon Derricks finally getting the pass from Anthony Pell for the basket. 53-40 now, the Dragons lead.
4 great passes, Al.
Good drive in there by Michael Lloyd, making it 53-42. Florida with the ball, the high pass. It's batted in the air and stolen again, this time by Lloyd. And there is a foul on that play. And that was a blocking foul by Leon Derricks. That's his first. We'll check that again. That was his second personal foul for Derrick. It was a shooting foul. And at the line is Reggie Welch. .53-45, the Dragons over the Seagulls. Here in the third quarter at Tico Arena. And the pick of 2 and good by Mark Jones, who's had a good night so far shooting.
Great set play. Michael Lewis found the open man, used Brian Green a little bit as the decoy.
Larry Johnson is bumped as he tries to move in. And the foul is on Michael Lewis, his second.
Al just announced new USBL record, 5,176. Congratulations to people of Southwest Florida.
Congratulations indeed. This is a full house, and this team needs some crowd support. That's what they call the home court advantage. I should point out that the man who just took the free throw, Wally Dixon, he bills himself as the main event, and he's hurt, unfortunately.
We've got a 20-second timeout.
20-second timeout has been called, with Florida leading in this game by a score of 46-55. If you're looking for the perfect gift, check out the Sea Dragons merchandise in the pro shop here at Tico Arena. There's a large selection to choose from, including jerseys, shirts, cups, basketballs, and license plates. Sea Dragon merchandise is also available from T-Shirt Express in Naples and at the Sea Dragon office in Fort Myers. You can also shop online by logging onto our website at www.floridaseadragons.com. Boy, I am really, with the .coms, I have missed one dot. I hope they got it right. It's a 9-point lead, down from 10 at halftime. Michael Lewis to Green for a 3, and he missed. We have not had 1 3 tonight. Quickly up court, Larry Johnson.
Kickball, reset that shot clock. Michael Lewis did a good job. They had a break opportunity. They had somebody sneaking on the backside, and Michael looked up and saw it and got his foot on the ball. Well, now they're telling us 21 on the shot clock, even though it was a kick ball.
I don't understand the clock at all.
Well, what it is,
at least the shot clock, they're still arguing, or discussing it, I should say, between the officials. Reggie Welch puts the ball in play for Atlantic City. To Wally Dixon. Michael Lloyd on the turnaround, and he misses. Picked up and stolen and jammed home by the NCAA jam leader named Steve Smith.
Steve Smith, Muncie Central Bearcat. Before I got there as a coach, 2 years before I got to Muncie Central, played at Ball State and then went up and played at Tri-State after he transferred away from Ball State.
Now we know why he won the dunk championship. He looked pretty good on that one. The ball. Steve Smith is called for the foul. A non-shooting foul. That is the first team foul of this period for the Seagulls. Michael Lewis with the ball. The jumper is short. It hit off the front of the rim, rebounded by Atlantic City. And there he goes again. Steve Smith, this time on an easy layup. It's 55 to 50. It's a 5-point lead now for the Florida Sea Dragons. And I think Coach Rick Berry is going to call timeout, as the Sea Dragons have lost their 11-point lead and now lead by only 5 with 7:31 remaining in this, the third period. We'll be right back after this message.
A college degree is the foundation on which successful careers are built. International College is the cornerstone of this foundation. With completion scheduled for early fall 2000, our new campus will offer many exciting career programs that are the building blocks of your success. It's never too late to remodel your life. At International College, you'll find the tools you'll need to strengthen your future. Call International College today and start building your tomorrow.
It's taking over. Everyone's catching it. Zero down. New Toyotas with zero to its signing.
Catch it in the Corolla or Tacoma with all this.
Lease one for just $199 for 48 months with zero to its signing. Corollas or Tacomas, $199, zero down. Catch the fever today at Germain Toyota, Fort Myers Toyota, and Palm Toyota.
You're watching UPN TV 10, serving Naples, Fort Myers, Cape Coral, and all of Southwest Florida.
A little bit of mayhem just took place here. They were throwing jerseys into the crowd, and the crowd was having a good time. And we're all almost ready to get started here with a score 55-50 here in the third quarter. 7:31 remaining.
There, coach.
Putting the ball in play will be Jones here on the sideline. After the timeout.
Don't worry about it. What we're saying, Al, is their coach, which we caught on the camera here, to not be in the facility of the game, and he's kind of sneaking back in here. I don't think he's doing any coaching, but I told him to go out and enjoy the beach. I don't think he took my advice.
High looping pass into Pell, and he is fouled. He was just about to put it away, and he was fouled. Wally Dixon was the man who committed the foul on Anthony Pell. Pell will get 2 shots. He was in the act of shooting. Florida holding on to a 5-point lead here in the third period. Pell's shot is good. He has one more coming. Pell's not a bad free throw shooter for a big man.
He's got good hands, good touch. But we've got to remember to get the ball to him big inside, up high where he can handle.
And he's raised that lead to 7 points now with those 2 free throws. Johnson is now moving the ball, trying to set things up, waiting for the cut. And now we're beginning to get a little whistle happy. An illegal defense has been called. And that's the second, and that will call for a free throw. The second illegal defense against the Florida Sea Dragons. And taking the shot will be Larry Johnson for Atlantic City. He's got it. And they have the ball out of bounds at side court. 57-50 is the score. Atlantic City with the ball. A 6-point lead here now for the Dragons over the Seagulls. He took a jump. I thought he might have taken steps on that one, but finally it's good. Larry Johnson hits, making it 57-53. And the Seagulls now trail by only 4. And they're playing tough defense as the ball is thrown away. This time by Derrick. And Atlantic City has the ball, and they're beginning to make a run on the Florida Sea Dragons here. They trail now by only 4. Ball is blocked, and they're awarding the ball to the Sea Dragons.
I think what Coach Barry is doing, I think he's kind of probably holding off a little bit with Tashia Germany.
Yeah.
And probably Sivas, so there'll be a lot of pressure in the 4th quarter and the end of this quarter. We're probably going to see him here very shortly.
Atlantic City seems to be playing tougher defense. Mark Jones misses on the shot, and a whistle. Cephas Button is coming back in the game. Foul was on Anthony Pell. That's his 4th. And he's in real foul trouble. He's going out immediately.
Well,
that was his 4th.
We have Cephas in the ball game, and we have Germany in the ball game.
Just as you said. And out came Derrick, and out came Pell. The reverse is blocked by Cephas. And the right man at the right time.
What the idea is, Al, is to make that double team, but the double team's going to come from the top when he's on the block, so you can't let him go baseline. He got baseline, but Cephas Button came over and got the block shot.
And they needed a stop here. They were on a roll. And there's a foul called by number 14, Larry Johnson.
No foul. Ball just touched.
He just batted it?
Yeah. VR ball, 14 seconds on the shot clock.
Ball is stolen. It was intended in there for Germany. The high looping pass, and it went to no one. It was way off mark. The short jumper is good by Larry Johnson. And now we've got a 2-point game as the Dragons lead 57-55 after leading by 11 at halftime. And the crowd is a little restless. An attempted steal in there by Wally Dixon. And he's called for a foul, his 3rd, as he hit Michael Lewis. Both teams with 3 team fouls under the limit. Ball belongs to Florida. Paul will put the ball in play. Pass was bobbled, and the shot is good by Mark Jones.
And again, ball inside, 14-second shot clock, into Germany, made his move, saw the double team come, made an excellent pass, 2 points. Good execution, 14 seconds on the shot clock.
Jones was out here an hour before game time, before anybody else was out here shooting, and he's showing it tonight. He's playing a real sound ball game, Mark Jones. The driving shot is missed, but picked up again by Lloyd. And this time it is good, and we're back to a 2-point lead, 59-57. Again, they're kicking the ball around. They can't have trouble controlling it. Picked up by Mark Jones. Tries to get it to Germany, and he loses it. And again, Atlantic City can tie it on this run here. There's the pass. A whistle, and it is good. We've got a tie ball game. It's 59-59, and a chance to take the lead on a 3-point play. So the 11-point lead has evaporated here at 4:17 left in the 3rd quarter. This is Mike Lloyd at the line to make it a three-point play if he can convert and give Atlantic City their first lead of the night. And they have it. Atlantic City has taken the lead 60-59. Germany is double teamed, and he throws it away. Franklin Paul could not handle a pass, and Atlantic City is on a real run now, Terry.
We've got ourselves in a little lull here.
Yes.
Al, that we've kind of put ourselves asleep offensively, and what's happened to us is defensively we've lost our intensity.
It looked a little sloppy there. The passing was not good at all. There's a three, and it's good. Hit by Jones. Mike Jones hits a three, and it is now 63-59. Atlantic City lead. Paul is fouled. And he's fouled by Larry Johnson. That was the fourth team foul for the Seagulls. It is, and shooting the shot will be Franklin Paul. His first one moves it to 63-59, make that 63-60, a three-point lead for Atlantic City. And Franklin Paul could cut that down to two if he can hit on his second free throw. And he does. And we've got a two-point game. 63-61 Seagulls over the Dragons. 3:26 remaining here in the third quarter.
They're going to go inside, and we don't get the double team.
And here he comes again. Michael Lloyd is on a real run now. He scored again as he brings the ball up to 65-61. Ball is stolen again. Here they come. Larry Johnson with the ball for Atlantic City. And this Michael Lloyd is dangerous with the ball, Terry. He's moving on as here he comes again, driving the baseline. And he drew a foul. This team looked dead. There's a technical foul call or just a timeout? Timeout called with the score. The Seagulls 65, the Dragons 61, with 2 minutes and 46 seconds remaining here in the third quarter.
It's taking over. Everyone's catching it.
Fever, fever.
0 down. New Toyotas with 0 to its signing.
Catch it in the Corolla or Tacoma with all this.
Lease one for just $199 for 48 months with 0 to its signing.
Fever, Toyota fever.
Corollas or Tacomas, $199, 0 down. Catch the fever today at Germain Toyota, Fort Myers Toyota, and Palm Toyota.
A college degree is the foundation on which successful careers are built. International College is the cornerstone of this foundation. With completion scheduled for early fall 2000, our new campus will offer many exciting career programs that are the building blocks of your success. It's never too late to remodel your life. At International College, you'll find the tools you'll need to strengthen your future. Call International College today and start building your tomorrow.
KISS Golf, the Keep It Simple Golf School. Learn from two of the very best teachers who know how to keep it simple.
Hi, I'm Anne-Marie Vandervelde. And I'm Lori McCabe. If you're looking for more distance, we suggest you turn your shoulders, not just your arms. Please join us every Tuesday evening at 6 p.m. for tips like these to improve your golf game.
The KISS Golf Show. Watch it on Channel 10, Channel 23, and Channel 8, 6 p.m. Tuesdays.
Beneath the city of angels, you are now our hostages. There's going to be hell to pay. 7 days.
With 2 minutes and 46 seconds remaining here in the third quarter, it's Atlantic City leading Florida by 4 points, 65-61. And what do the stats show?
Well, we finally got some stats here. We had some problems, I think, with the printer on the scores table. But in the first half, Dixon led Atlantic City with 10, followed by Lloyd with 7. And for the Sea Dragons, Mark Jones led the Sea Dragons with 10, and he was followed with Leon Derricks by 8, and Brian Green with 6. The big difference in that half, we shot 50% from the field, 20 of 40 from the field, and they shot 30%, 13 of 43. But we gave the ball away too many times and gave them that second and third shot off of rebounds and off of poor outlet passes.
And it is Lloyd missing his first free throw. Atlantic City outscoring Florida 19-14 since the start of the third quarter. He misses them both, and the ball is picked up by Cephas Bunton for Florida. Lewis looking for Jones, but Jones is being swarmed over. Almost stolen from Lewis, and it is now stolen. Atlantic City up the floor. He tried to shoot too soon, and he lost the ball. Picked up by Paul. To Lewis. To Jones, who makes it good. And he is 65-63, and he'll get a free throw. Mike Lloyd committed the foul. His second. And now, hopefully, Florida will make their run now, since they had a stop at 65-63. They trail by 2. Mark Jones at the line. 65-64, we have a 1-point game.
They're going to go to Lloyd, and we're just going to have to get a good double team coming off of it. Get that double team quick. There goes the clear out. They're going to clear out and try to take Michael Lewis.
That's what they're doing. The fadeaway of great defense by Lewis. Lewis took the ball right out of his hand. Passes it off to Anthony Paul, who misses the shot. He gets his own rebound. He misses again. He gets his own rebound. They fight again for the ball. And they're going to give the ball to Atlantic City. That was a great chance to take the lead. They trail by 1. Brian Green is coming back into the ball game.
I tell you, they tried isolation with Michael Lewis playing defense.
Here's the last action again.
Okay. Michael brings it down, makes the good pass on the decision. We get up, we just don't get the finish. And then we're in helter-skelter.
Well, Paul still has control of the ball, though. And again, that time he had lost control of the ball. It was knocked out of his hand. Mike Lloyd bringing the ball down. A 1-point ball game. Atlantic City leading Florida by 1. 1:27 remaining here in the third period.
Illegal defense.
And that will be another free throw. And possession, which hurts. Not only do they get the free throw, but they get the ball after the free throw. Taking the shot will be Jeremy Hyatt for Atlantic City. He's got it. 65, 66, 64. They lead by 2, and they get the ball at side court. A 2-point game. Ball is almost knocked away, and it is.
Shot clock violation. Great defense by Cephas Bunton. Stayed on the floor, stripped it with his hand, didn't go up in the air, even though he was a shot blocker, didn't go up in the air, stayed down.
Well, he forced him into the front, into the back line there, Terry. He had no place to go. Lewis driving, and a foul is called. A blocking foul. By Jeremy Hall.
We got the penalty situation because we're into the 2 minute.
Yeah. We are now at 1 minute and 2 seconds remaining here now in the third period.
You know, Michael Lewis at the foul line played Indiana University, and for the people out there watching, Michael Lewis led the state of Indiana in scoring his senior year at Jasper High School. Changed his game when he went to Indiana University and became the career assist leader, as we've mentioned before, for Indiana University. And I'd say that's quite a feat to become a scorer and then become someone who can distribute the ball.
He distributes the ball very well. He now take his second free throw. He missed the first. And he pulls the Sea Dragons to within one with the second free throw, 66-65. We're in the closing final minute of the third quarter here, and it's a 1-point ball game. It was 11-point lead for the Sea Dragons at halftime. No foul call. Ball is tapped up 3 times, and it still won't go in. And what a battle for the ball under the boards. And Cephas Bunton was right in the middle of it.
We got problems with the net again.
Yeah, that net is destroyed, isn't it? It's in tatters.
What happens when you play in the goals that are used in the professional level, the net is not put up with a hook system.
Yeah.
As you can see here, it's put up with a string system. And the reason why for that, Al, is to protect the players. They play so close to being up around that rim that damage to their hands and to their fingers. So they simply, as you can see on the shot, they simply put it through a loop that is not hooked, and then they run a string through it. And then that string holds that net in place. We put new nets on here today. I saw them putting them on. They put them on the same exact way previous. They're going to go ahead and play with it.
Well, they're going to play with the ball as the time is running down. 38 seconds remaining in the period. Mike Lloyd with the ball, still dribbling. And there was a wild shot. And the crowd doesn't like that call at all. He was out of control, Terry.
Well,
completely out of control.
If we get a replay on this, you're going to see.
He was completely out of control.
Well, you're going to see that we're set and we're out of that circle. If we can get a replay, we might be able to see it.
There's no doubt that it had to be a charger because these men were set in position. If they weren't, they'd be right out of their mind with the body flying as it was.
What they're going to do, they're going to wait. We got 29 seconds left here in the quarter. They're going to wait on the quarter to try to get that net fixed.
A 2-point lead again now for the Seagulls. They lead 67-65 on the first made free throw. And now they have a 3-point lead, heading for the final 29 seconds, 68-65. With the lead is Atlantic City. Paul loses control of the ball, but there's a whistle. And a foul has been called. Hacking has been called on Wally Dixon. And this is an excellent opportunity to get back in this game, at least by 1 point. They've got 2 free throws coming. It's up to Franklin Paul now at the line with 20 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Franklin got his first one at 68-66, a 2-point lead. We're looking at Heck, Ron Heck, the acting coach. Ricardo Ross has been ejected from this game a long time ago after receiving 2 technical fouls. A chance to make now a 1-point game for Franklin Paul, and he does. 68-67 as we head to the final 19 seconds of the third quarter. And they're going to go for the last shot, obviously, Terry. He's taking his time, and they're putting the ball in the hands of their best shooter, Mike Lloyd. Here he goes. Passes off. A 3. And he misses on the 3. And the ball is on the line.
Went over the top. Our ball, 3 seconds to go.
3 seconds. The ball went over the top of the backboard. And now the official is explaining to an irate Ron Heck on why the call was made. From the look of the official, there might be a technical call. He looked very angry at the moment. Ball still belongs to the Dragons. And Ron Heck is still arguing with the official.
I think what we have, Al, is the fact that there was 4 seconds on the shot clock. We threw the ball in and got touched. The second went off. I'm sorry, on the game clock for the quarter. I think they'll probably reset it to 4. They might I'm sorry, 3/10 of a second.
Well, they turned off the game clock, Terry, obviously.
Okay.
Though they did take a second off. There's 2 seconds left now. The coach got his wish. They took a second. There were 3 seconds left when the ball was batted out of bounds. There's now 2 seconds left here in the third quarter. One chance in the air, and it is no good. And the quarter ends with the Atlantic Seagulls making a run and catching the Sea Dragons, who led them by 11 at halftime and now lead them by 1.
Now what we had was we had delay a game warning against Atlantic City. So there's going to be 2 seconds put back up on that clock.
And they'll try again.
But
Okay.
we got to get 2 seconds back up on the clock.
I don't know why Hex is just laughing and the official is just perspiring. He's trying to explain why they're putting the 2 seconds back on. And there is a great disagreement going on as the official explains himself to the bench. So we've had 2 seconds. The clock shows exactly no time remaining. Now they put 2 seconds back on. This is like tyranny out here. There's the shot. And almost made. The tap in by Cephas Button almost went in. And it ends with a 1-point Seagull lead over the Dragons, 68-67, with 12 minutes left in this game. We'll be back with the 4th and final quarter right after this message.
Seeking justice is a team effort.
There are times to accept a settlement and times to fight for more. We have almost 30 years of experience to help you make the right decision.
In addition to personal injury, we have handled real estate law and estate planning and administration since 1969.
Goldstein, Buckley, Seckman, Rice, and Pertz.
So, any names yet?
Well, Tom's mother's name is...
Pancakes? They're huge. They make me want to dribble.
He can shoot, too. Oh, yeah, he's got this move because
Cinnamon Swirl Slam. Oh, what are those?
Those are skillets for breakfast. Sausage Supreme, Sunrise Nacho.
Great. I could also use
New perfume. This smells like...
Bacon, fresh ground coffee. And do you have sweet lovin'? That was their big hit, man.
That was it.
I love that,
I forgot all about that. I haven't heard that in years.
That's it.
Get ready, because the first 1,000 people who respond to this notice will get this Euromaster food processor, a $30 value, absolutely free. Euromaster is the one kitchen tool that can replace all these. Now you can chop better than a food processor, mix easier than a blender, whip low-cal cream for desserts and coffee, and do it all in just a fraction of the time. Euromaster has 2 precision-honed blades specially geared to chop foods quickly and easily. Now anyone can chop, shred, dice, whip, whisk, and puree like a pro. To get your free Euromaster, all you have to do is fill out a simple survey form to help prepare for our introduction at retail stores. As a special bonus, everyone who calls today will also receive a 30-day free trial membership in America's Advantage. To get your free Euromaster, have your credit card ready. All you'll pay is $4.95 shipping and handling, and call the number on your screen. You'll get your free Euromaster, plus your 30-day free trial membership in the America's Advantage Discount Buying Club. Sorry, no CODs or personal checks. Don't delay. Call and get your free Euromaster food processor today.
Well, if this isn't utter chaos, it's close to it, but it's lots of fun. It's called chuck-a-ball. The youngsters are all trying to get that numbered ball into a basket that's obscured out there, and those who do win a prize. You have to claim it by having the number in the ball. And the youngsters, of course, are keeping the balls as they walk off.
And the thing is, we've got a net being fixed up there, so this is a good opportunity to run it.
Yeah, for a while there, I couldn't see the other side of the floor. It was just a mass of youngsters out there, all fighting for the ball. They weren't fighting for the ball. They were having a good time, Terry. Most of them did end up with the ball, though. A youngster in front of the bench tried to take the game ball from Terry.
Well,
He's one of the smarter ones.
You know who that is?
Who's that?
That's the owner's son.
That's the owner's son. Well,
So
give him the ball.
If he wants the ball, he gets the ball.
He can have it, right. Pierre Nera's son, the owner of the team, he went for the big rock, as they call it, the big ball, and not the little play ball. Now, Terry, let's look at this game, because it is a crucial game. Now we're down to 1 point. They really made a run and made a good run.
Yeah,
they
made a great run. They got themselves back in a basketball game. They erased that half-time deficit they had, and they played a really, really good third quarter.
Well, the game became a little slight. The turnovers were a major part of what was happening there.
The game was dictated by Atlantic City, and the game was played the way they want to play it, which is a lot of isolation breakdown. Use Lloyd as much as they can.
A lot of people call that, and I wonder if it's so. They call it playground basketball.
Well, it is.
It's like freelancing.
It is, and if you're good at it, you can play it. And they've got a couple players that are pretty good at it. And our assistant coach, Billy Dreyer, who went there last night, said that's the way that they played. And what happened in the third quarter, we started to play that way. We got out of our sets. We started taking quick shots. We started taking 4 shots. We just did a lot of things that played into their hands.
But they have people who know how to play that style of game. This Lloyd, he knows exactly what he's doing. He really works his man over good. He's got some great moves out there.
Well,
he's one-on-one.
They played that in the third quarter. We can't. If we let them play in the fourth quarter, we're going to be in trouble. We got to get them out of that game early in this quarter.
How do you get them out of the game?
Well, you get them out of the game by making
the extra pass.
Well, no, you got to make sure that you score. If you don't, they come down. They don't have as much pressure on them. It's a lot easier to score when you're ahead. The pressure isn't quite as great. And we got to make sure we get some points here early, get them behind a little bit, and get them out of that game. If they stay ahead or increase the lead, they're going to get more and more confidence the way that they're going to want to play the game.
Would it be wise to do it by slowing it down a bit and playing a little half-court basketball instead of playing into their hands?
Well, that's kind of what they're doing now. They're getting the ball down in half-court and kind of clearing it out and getting it in their hands. We just have to make sure that we take good shots and take shots that have high field goal percentage so we have the opportunities to get scores. And then what we have to do is we only have to give them 1 shot. We give them 1 shot, get good double downs, take the ball to Lloyd's hand. I'm sure we're going to see the ball to Lloyd's hand.
What frightens me is that when you get down there, you might panic and start the threes, and the threes haven't been falling at all.
Well, not for us.
Not for us.
We're a long way away from having to shoot some three-pointers.
Well, we'll see what happens. We've got 12 minutes to go. And there's a 1-point lead for the Seagulls over the Florida Sea Dragons, and the Sea Dragons will inbound the ball for this, the 4th and final quarter. 12 minutes to play in the game. And they've got their Cephas Bunton out there. The only starter not out there is Pell, who has, you said, 5 fouls. The ball is taken out of the air by
And Al, what
Larry
we
Johnson.
did, we went to the one-man game, and that goes right back to what they want to do.
There's a whistle traveling call on the play.
And they're good at the one-man game, and that's not our game. And we have to really take care of the basketball, run the set play, get ourselves ahead, and then make them play our game. And right now, they're not playing our game because we're taking too many early shots.
Well, Wally Dixon tried, and he was called for traveling, and the Sea Dragons have the ball, and now they're calling a foul.
We had an illegal screen on Michael Lewis.
An illegal screen, and that's the foul. Lewis is complaining for no avail. The ball belongs to Atlantic City. Sea Dragons trailing by 1 here at the start of the 4th quarter. Johnson. The ball is shot, and there is the whistle. And the foul is on Leon Derricks is called for the personal foul. And at the foul line is Richie Parker. Fouled in the act of shooting. 3rd personal foul for Leon. Now the lead goes up to 2, 69-67. Seagulls over the Florida Sea Dragons. He's made them with both, and now a 3-point lead. 70-67, Atlantic City leading. And Michael Lewis brings the ball up court. Almost another stolen ball. It is another stolen ball. Richie Parker. He's caught.
Carried the ball on his hip now.
Ball goes over to Florida.
Again, we're not getting that execution. I know it's not what Coach Barry and the coaching staff wants. We're just, we're running set plays, but we're not getting it to the point of getting guys coming off screens. Yeah, there we got Brian off the screen.
There's the Brian shot, and he misses on the football, and picked up by Atlantic City. And he's going to call the foul on Brian Green. Green draws the foul, the personal foul. It's a non-shooting foul. who's committed here in the backcourt. Putting the ball in play will be Jeremy Hyatt, right in front of the scorer's bench here. .10:48 remaining in tonight's game. The Seagulls leading the Florida Sea Dragons by 3, 70-67. Richie Parker. Reverse layup, no good. Way short.
Blocked by Cephas Button.
Derek made a nice block on the play. Waiting for the cutter. Franklin Paul with the jumper, no good. And the slam is beautiful. Cephas Button brings the house down. Cephas Button with a great slam brings the Dragons to within 170-69. That was a thing of beauty.
Got to reset that shot
Yes,
clock again.
it's back at 17. I hope we can see that one again. That was a marvelous play by Cephas Button. Here it comes.
Well, Al, what we see the off the double screens. We see outside jump shot. No one checks off Cephas Button. They turn and they watch. He comes hard, attacks the glass. There's the result.
Great timing. Great timing.
Kind of looked like you, Al, back when you played.
Yes, and I had all my knees and all my appendages on me.
It is amazing how, in modern day athletics, the athleticism displayed by athletes.
Yeah, you go back years ago, they couldn't do things like this.
Well, they did. They could do it, but it just wasn't part of the game.
And it wasn't part of the game, exactly. It was a beautiful play by Button. And the Dragons now trail by just 1. And now they're putting a little more pressure on defensively. There's a 3, and it's good by Jeremy Hyatt, making it 73-69. And Atlantic City taking a win on a 3-point by Jeremy Hyatt. Green, fadeaway jumper, good. 73-71, it's a 2-point game now.
We have to get that stop, Al. It's getting down to about 9.5 minute mark. They're doing all the isolations.
Still in control. They could not take the rebound. And they can't make the shot. Flying high into the air and unable to finish off was Wally Dixon. And there's going to be 2 shots on that one. Talk about elevation. Wally Dixon did a good job too there, Terry, on that shot. First shot is good. 74-71. A 3-point lead for Atlantic City. And Mark Jones, who's had a good first half, comes into the game, and Derek Roberts goes out. And this is the free throw, 74-71.
This is a big segment of the ball game. Again, 9 minutes to go, 3-point ball game. We've got to get this thing the way we want to play the game.
Down the lane and jam it home.
Again, high percentage shot. Can't get much higher than that. That's the way we got to play it. We got to take high percentage shots, good shots. We got to play defense down at this end.
There's another 3, and it's no good. Rebounded in there again. Another attempt by Atlantic City, and I believe a foul has been called again. Just after Green, Brian Green has moved the Dragons to within 1. Here's the last one.
Okay, now watch the break. Here's the breakdown. Again, it's a 2-man game, isolation. They make no attempt to make a switch or make a move, and we get a high percentage shot.
And Brian Green makes it home.
But we've got to take care of the defensive glass. That was 1 point they've gotten off that offensive rebound. Could be a 2nd point. We're right back in the same situation again.
Wally Dixon makes them both. And the score now moves to 76-73, another 3-point lead. It seems we can't overcome that 1-point margin now.
Well,
they keep coming
we're
back.
getting a little bit better on the offensive end. Now what we have to do is we have to take care of it on the defense.
A couple of stops there would help.
We're going to run that isolation again, 2-man game.
Cephas Button, and he's fouled.
Took it hard to the hole.
He really took it hard to the
High
hole.
percentage shots. Step the line, make the free throws. Again, the key is going to be at the defensive end, Al.
I am impressed with Cephas Bunton. I really am. He and Germany have both contributed in this game, and they were not with the team for the first 3 games. Cephas Bunton will get 2. And the Dragons are trailing by 3 points, 76-73, with 8:28 remaining in the game. First one drops in. It looked like it might not make it, but it did. And the Dragons now trail by 2, 76-74. It's now a 1-point ball game, 76-75.
And again, it's going to come on the defensive end. We've got to get a stop. We've got to take them out of what they want to do. And we've got to get the ball down the court, take high percentage shots. It's going to boil down to that, Al.
Yep.
Here's their isolation, one-on-one isolation.
Mike Jones keeps driving his man. The shot is good, but it's off.
Now,
rebounded by Jones.
Get a high
And the
percentage
Sea
shot.
Dragons have the ball. Franklin Paul trying to catch up with it, and it goes out of bounds. Ball to Atlantic City. He had the right idea.
Well, the right idea is there, but when you're up there and you're down by 1 and you can turn this thing back and you got a good defensive stop, you got to come down and get a good shot. It's going for the home run when you need a single.
Well put. Another whistle. Larry Johnson drove to the basket, and he was fouled. Mark Jones committed the foul. And at the line is Larry Johnson. His first one rims itself and does not go in. A 1-point lead here.
Our correction on that last foul was on Michael Lewis.
Was it on Lewis?
Yeah, and that gives Michael Lewis 4. That's why he's come out of the ball game. That's my fault.
He's got it good. It's 77-75. The Seagulls lead the Dragons. Brian Green is now playing the point.
Okay, again, the isolation, pick and roll. Brian Green coming off Cephas Bunton. He's handling the ball. We've got to do that. We've got to take care of the other end. I think it's happening at the other end that's giving us some problems right now.
Well, really, it was only the first team foul for the Seagulls, which is unfortunate at this stage of the game. There is no free throw on that play. Again, Brian Green, no good.
Cephas Bunton.
Cephas Bunton taps it home. Cephas Bunton having the game of his life. 77-77. We've got a tie game.
This is a stopper right here.
There's a foul. There seems to be a foul on every run. At the line will be Michael Lloyd. His first shot is no good. Missed free throws have really cost Atlantic City here, Terry. Michael Lloyd misses his first. And he makes his second. And now the Seagulls lead by 2, 79-77. We can't make up our mind between the scoreboard and what we have here. It's 79-77 the score. Pass attempted into Cephas Bunton. It's kicked out of bounds. The ball belongs to the Sea Dragons. The ball kicked out of bounds by Atlantic City. Lakeisha McCullers in there now. He will play the point.
Reset of the shot clock down to 9.
Okay, we have the score straightened out now. Seagulls leading 78-77. Rather, Florida trailing 78-77. Mark Jones, no good. The tap is no good. Picked up by Atlantic City. Larry Johnson with the ball. And Lloyd again keeps handling the ball on almost every drive. Lloyd stolen. Cephas Bunton, the jam, and he's fouled from behind. Let's see what they call it.
I tell you, that's flagrant to me. You can't get more than that. The man's behind the play.
They're yelling for a flagrant foul.
He's behind the play.
The crowd is asking for a flagrant foul. In your opinion, it was. He was not playing the ball. He was playing the man. Rick Berry's complaining that it should be a flagrant foul. There's the...
Okay, great steal by Cephas Bunton. Now, he's got to make a play on the ball, okay? He makes a play on the ball. I don't know whether that we have to see that maybe from a different angle. I don't think we're going to have that angle, but that's a pretty tough one to call. It looks like in the beginning that he didn't make a play on the ball, but he did come make a play on the ball.
Timeout with the score. Atlantic City 78, Florida 77. We'll be right back.
This is a mouse. And this is a mouse. And this, too, is a mouse. A Microsoft Office user specialist. International College can provide you with your mouse and A+ technician certification. Our associate's and bachelor degree programs in computer information technology let you experience the hottest software and hardware platforms. Become a web enabler, an e-commerce expert, or a business application developer. International College's School of Advancing Computer Information Technology. Space is limited. Enroll now.
As you can see, our filtered cigarette sales have increased by 15%.
You guys are killing me. 1,000 people a day? Come on, give me a break.
Make no mistake.
Hello? Guys, is this thing on?
Every day, over 1,000 people die from a tobacco-related illness. And every day, the tobacco industry just ignores them.
Ow.
I'm Michael Morandi. During our grand opening celebration, you can buy this 2000 Kia Sophia for $0 down and only $159 a month.
The fun begins here.
Half-mile south of the Naples Airport on Airport Road. I'm Michael Morandi, and the celebration goes on. Hurry in for an entry form and register to win this brand new 2000 Kia Sophia.
At Morandi, the fun begins here.
Half-mile south of the Naples Airport on Airport Road.
People magazine calls him one of the sexiest men alive.
If you smell what The Rock is cooking.
See The Rock on WWF SmackDown.
Here's that last play, Terry.
Okay, we're going to see a different angle. Stevens gets his hands on it. Lloyd comes up behind. Now let's watch and see if he does indeed make a play on the ball. Well, he made a play. I was on the ball. It was on the arm. You know, really, you know, Al, you're not going to probably get that call, but I guarantee you, probably when we went out to Kansas and played Dodge City and Salina, and we went over and played Enid, Oklahoma, you know, we hope they might get that call there, but when it comes back here to Tico, you know, that's a call you got to have.
Well, that's the right call. He did look like he was going for the ball. And he got him on the wrist.
Possibly.
But it means, of course, that Cephas has a chance to put the Florida Sea Dragons in the lead if he can make his 2 free throws here. Despite it not being a flagrant foul, he still gets 2 shots. And they're trailing 78-77. A 1-point deficit here. And Cephas Bunton, who's played an outstanding game, is at the line. It seems to be a hush now as they wait for Cephas to take his free throws. He takes a high arch on that shot. He misses the first one. Now he has a chance to just tie it.
11.
Here comes the second.
11. He's got 4 fouls.
He's got it. And the Dragons trail by 1. 78-77. Larry Johnson brings the ball across midcourt.
Again, it's just simple isolation. Now they're running a pick and roll. They're just going to go isolation.
The high lob pass and batted away against Cephas Bunton.
Got 5 seconds on the shot clock.
They've got 2. 1. There's the shot. They gave him the basket. He got it just at the buzzer. And they pick up 2 more points, 82-70, 79.
We needed a stop there, Al. We had
Yes,
a great
we
block.
do.
We needed a stop.
Ryan Green with the ball. That's a 2, and it misses. Wally Dixon with the ball now as he gets it off to Jeremy Hyatt. There's the pass, and there's a reach-in foul, I believe, on Green. Foul was on Green, and to the free throw line.
We got a 20-second timeout.
Score here at Tico Arena. Atlantic City leading Florida by a score of 80-78. There's Clifford Ray now, and he's doing some fast talking here.
Well,
to his troops here.
what Clifford's saying is the fact that we did a good job, got a block shot, went clear out past half court, called the clock 5, 6, 7 seconds on the shot clock. Lakeista came out to guard the guy, and the guy goes all the way to the basket on you, you know, and all we had to do is play good defense on the ball, get the ball stopped, you know, and we'll have an opportunity to get the ball back.
Time is being called back in here. 5:37 remaining in the game. And we have a discrepancy again with the scoreboard. The Seagulls 81, the Dragons 78.
We think it's 80-78.
We thought it was 80-78. We have to make a check on that. At the line is Steve Smith for the Seagulls. He makes the first one. And the second coming in. He's made them both. 83-78, the Seagulls lead. They've upped their lead by 5 points. 5:32 remaining in the game. Franklin Paul driving up and in. A 3-point lead now for the Seagulls over the Dragons. 83-80 as Franklin Paul scores for Florida. Jeremy Hyatt gets the ball into the freshman there. I keep calling him a freshman, but he's a rookie. A block shot. Paul with the ball, and he misses the shot. And the ball goes the other way, knocked out of bounds last by Florida. The clock is becoming a factor. We're down to 5 minutes even.
We never got it quite turned the way we need to get it turned.
No.
And it's turned into the ball game that we didn't want it to be.
A 3-point lead for the Seagulls. Jeremy Hyatt trying to move on Brian Green. And it's a 2. That was not a 3, but it makes the score 85-80. A 5-point lead for the Seagulls. Jones. And it's good.
Cephas
Button in by Cephas Button. And that makes it a 3-point lead again. 85-82, the Seagulls lead the Florida Sea Dragons. 4:29 remaining in the game. The shot by Wally Dixon is good, and it goes to 87-82. The 5-point lead returns now for the Seagulls. Lakeista McCullough directing play now. A whistle before the shot. And Cephas is is sucking for a little air. He's worked hard, very hard. He's going out, and I believe he's going to bring Germany in. Cephas Bunton seems to have been exhausted. He has really worked his way. He's going to the bench. And I believe Germany, Toshio Germany, will step in at the first opportunity. At least he's at the sideline waiting to check in. Lakeiston, McCullough with the free throw. Good. Now he'll come in. Toshio Germany comes in. And out goes Franklin Paul, I believe, is going out. And he's going to keep Cephas Bunton in the game.
No, he took Cephas out. He's just moving Franklin to a guard
okay.
position.
I thought. Both of them are good. 87-84.
Defensive stops.
That's what we need.
Defensive stops.
4 minutes remaining now in the game. Lloyd and Dixon playing a two-man game amongst themselves. The shot is good. 87-84. Richie Parker made that last basket for Atlantic City. There's a three. Good. Brian Green hits a three. Right at the right time, Brian Green hits a three. It's 89-87.
Two-point game.
That's it. They needed it then. We were talking about the three-pointer and when it should come. The drive, and it's good by Lloyd.
They're supposed to double on him, and nobody goes to double.
91-87, the Seagulls lead. The ball is thrown back inbounds. It's chased down by Lakeiston McCullough, and they call it a backcourt violation. And the ball will go over to Atlantic City. They call it a backcourt violation. Coach Berry says it was touched. There's a discussion now amongst the officials whether the ball was touched or not. It's in a backcourt violation.
Well, what Coach Berry's arguing is it was a free ball.
He called it a backcourt violation. What's he calling it now? He's explaining it to the coach at the moment.
Well, coach is asking that it was a free ball. If it's a free ball, it'd be our ball. But they're saying it wasn't a free ball.
And the ball is going over to Atlantic City. And time is a real factor now, Terry. It's down to almost 3 minutes. Timeout is called here with 3:09 left in the game. And the Seagulls are leading the Florida Sea Dragons 91-87.
A college degree is the foundation on which successful careers are built. International College is the cornerstone of this foundation. With completion scheduled for early fall 2000, our new campus will offer many exciting career programs that are the building blocks of your success. It's never too late to remodel your life. At International College, you'll find the tools you'll need to strengthen your future. Call International College today and start building your tomorrow.
If you're looking for South Florida's sportiest ride, one that offers head-turning style and legendary performance, then you can't afford not to drive a Ford Mustang. Right now, you can get an amazing $1,000 cash back and low 6.9% financing on a racy new Mustang loaded with features. Combined, these offers will save you over $4,000. So get to your Southwest Florida Ford dealer today and see why, if you're looking for great cars at great values, you can't afford not to drive a Ford.
He's got a whole new approach to the bench.
You don't look like Richard Gere, but she's trying to make you sound like the American Gigolo.
Judge Mathis.
I'm not a freak or anything, but I need to know the facts. I'm a judge. I'm not one of your boys on this corner you drink a 40-ounce with. Save this act for Las Vegas.
Nobody slams a gavel.
What you stealing this woman's underwear for? You some kind of freak?
Like Judge Mathis.
Weekdays at 11 a.m. on WeView TV. You're watching UPN TV 10, serving Naples, Fort Myers, Cape Coral, and all of Southwest Florida.
I've never seen so many challenges in a game, Terry. They're even challenging the score from the
what they're going to try to do,
Florida Sea Dragons bench.
They're going to try to look at this. They're going to try to look at.
They're looking at the scorebook to see what's going on here now, and they're going to resume play very shortly.
Does our computer have it 91-87?
The score stands 91-87. There's been a complaint from the Florida bench that at one point had been added somewhere, but the official assures the assistant coaches here for Florida that the score indeed is 91-87, a 3-point lead with 3:09 left in the game. And this is where it becomes real tight.
Well, Al, we never got to the point we needed to get it to, which was playing our tempo of game, getting ahead, and make them come and play. They're going to isolate this thing.
Plus the fact that they have possession of the ball now. Coach Berry now giving some instructions to Mark Jones and to Cephas Button. He's taking Lakista out. He's going to use a bigger man in there at guard. He'll put in Mark Jones now and take Lakista out.
He's going to put Brian Green on Lloyd. That'll take away that post out.
Almost a steal by Paul, but not. With the ball is Lloyd, and he's just taking a little time off the clock here.
It's just simple isolation.
Green is on him, and he's playing him well. The clock is winding. The time clock is down to 9.
20-second timeout. Now, what we did, Al, was every time 11 got the ball, we ran at him. We ran at him to get a rotation and to get a double team. We got a 20-second timeout. Let's see what happens when they come back out with Atlantic City, what they do to counter that. Anytime 11 gets the ball, one of the things that Coach Barry and the staff talked about today in the walkthrough was the fact that anytime 11 gets the ball and he gets it in a scoring position, we're going to run and double him, and we're going to double him with the second man in the rotation. Everyone else rotates. We got it done that time. It's down to 8 seconds. They're going to do something out of this timeout, maybe to try to counteract that, but that's something we're just going to have to do. He doesn't post. They just clear and isolate. We got to run and make him give it up and get out of his hands.
Here we go. 8 seconds left on the shot clock. 2:52 remaining in the game, and the Sea Dragons down by 3. Tight defense. Down to 5. Down to 4 on the shot clock. Still making their move. There's a long shot. It's no good. It's a shot clock violation. The ball belongs to Florida. There was a big stop there for the Sea Dragon as Green brings the ball down. Green has the ball stripped from him, and there might have been a foul committed. Green had the ball stripped for him as he was going down the lane, attempting for a two-pointer. And Brian Green will go to the line with the Dragons trailing by 3, 91-87. Foul was on Wally Dixon. Brian Green makes the first. 91-88.
Now, what we need to understand is an attorney left in this basketball game, 2 minutes and 33 seconds. A lot of time left, a lot of timeouts, a lot of stoppage of clock.
He got them both. He did what he had to do. It is now 91-89. It's a 2-point game. And now there's almost a stop. They're really hustling. But handling the ball very well, though, is Lloyd. He loses the ball, and I believe they're going to call a foul.
What we got, Al, is the following. We got a foul on Cephas Button, but we got a technical foul on number 11, Mike Lloyd. Mike Lloyd's been working the officials all night long. He was over here working at the question of the, score. The official kept telling him to get away, get away, get away. You know, he's very deserving of that one. What will happen now, we'll shoot 1 free throw down at this end for the technical foul.
Right.
And then we'll come back down and shoot the 2 free throws on the foul. Big free throw here, because that can take this thing only to a 1-point swing if they miss both free throws to a 1-point gain for us.
Mark Jones makes his free throw. It is now a 1-point game, but here comes 2 for them, meaning the Seagulls are them.
Well, we're going to catch a replay of this. What it is, Cephas got a foul on the strip, okay? And on the foul on the strip, well, no, 11 talks to him right there. You can barely catch it, and he's been doing it most of the game, and he got called for it.
Here we go. Important free throw coming up. He's got the first one, and it is now 92-90. As Mike Lloyd hits again, he has another chance. A 2-point game. Say what you will, Lloyd has had quite a game for himself. We can see why he's their leading scorer, Terry.
You know, a guy like Mike Lloyd's never going to make it in the big show. I'll be very honest with you. You know, he's working the crowd. He's looking over here. He ties 1 shoe in the left, ties 1 shoe in the right, goes back up. You know, guys like that aren't going to make it in the big show.
He's made them both. And it's a 3-point lead for the Seagulls over the Dragons with 2:11 remaining in the game. And Florida trailing by 3. Green with the ball. Tries to get the ball stolen. Taken away from Cephas Bunton. And who was the man who took it? Michael Lloyd.
Well, Brian had a two-man game going, and you try a pass. It's a bounce pass on a pick and roll. It's just not going to be there.
A timeout is called. With the score 93 to 90. A timeout is called by the Atlanta Seagulls. And the time remaining 1:51. And we'll be right back to join the final minute.
The boating show is all about boating.
And fishing. I'm Denise Euler, the fishing female, and I'll be teaching the fundamentals of fishing to everyone, but mostly to women and children.
We do features on buying your next boat, where to find the best waterfront restaurants, how to maintain your boat,
and fishing for saltwater or freshwater fish. We'll bring on tournament champions to fish with Captain Roger or myself, and we'll show you the latest in fishing equipment.
So stay tuned for the boating
and fishing show at the time shown on the screen.
The regional weather forecast calls for mostly blue skies with scattered clouds and a slight chance.
Out of the blue, real life breaks through the clutter of ordinary television. And every pulse-pounding, heart-stopping, mind-blowing moment is caught on tape. Out of the blue and in your face. Real TV.
Weeknights at 7:30 p.m. on WeView TV.
Ready? Hate to use the term crunch time, but that's what it is. It's crunch time. A 3-point lead for the Seagulls with 1:51 remaining in the game, and they have possession of the ball. And with the ball is Mike Lloyd, the leading scorer so far tonight for Atlantic City. Shot clock down to 7, now to 5. There's the jumper. He misses. The rebound is fought for, and it's picked up by Atlantic City, and they'll get a new 24. 1:26 remaining on the game clock, of 10 seconds on the shot clock. 8 seconds now. A 3-point lead. 4 seconds. There's an attempt.
3-second violation. 3 seconds in the lane.
3 seconds, and the ball is turned over to Florida with 1:14 left in the game. The shot did not go in it, but there was a 3-second lane violation. Now the Dragons bring the ball down. Brian Green playing the point.
We're going to go inside to DeShiro.
DeShiro, Germany with the ball. He's double teamed. He puts it in. 93 to 92. 1:01 remaining in the game. 1-point lead for the Seagulls. 1-point lead. 52 seconds remaining. 14 on the shot clock. 1 point separates the two teams. There's the ball, and it's missed. The ball is picked up by Florida. Brian Green has the ball with 40 seconds remaining.
I think we're going to go inside to DeShiro again. Same plane we got before.
There comes the clock going down to 32.
We're going to go to DeShiro.
31 seconds remaining.
There it is.
He throws it in.
Oh, he got hammered.
DeShiro is hit. He will go to the line with a 27 seconds left on the game clock. And the Florida Sea Dragons trailing by 1 point. DeShiro, Germany, who started out so well, has a great chance of finishing well. 27 seconds remaining in the game, a 1-point lead. A chance to tie it and to go ahead. DeShiro, Germany misses the first shot. He can tie it if he makes the second. 27 seconds left. He's got it, a 1-point game, 93 to 90.
Well, we got 27 seconds game clock, 24 shots, so we should get the ball back.
Shot clock at 16.
Timeout.
Timeout is called.
Full.
With 18 seconds left in the game, and the Seagulls trailing by
We're going to keep it here, Al. We're not going to go to commercial break. We're going to try to set this thing up a little bit. We got 93-93 with 18 seconds on a game clock, 15 seconds on a shot clock. It's crunch time. You know, it's what it's all about. And if you're watching a basketball game at home, these people here tonight got their money's worth. Let's talk for a second. Probably what we're going to see is we're probably going to see the ball get in Lloyd's hand.
Oh, yes.
In Lloyd's hand, I would probably say they're probably going to clear out a side for him and let him go. You know, when you're on the road and the ball game's tied, you go for the win. You know, you try to get out of here with the win. You don't shoot it early, you don't give it back to the end, you go for the win. If you don't make it, it goes overtime. If you make it, you got out with a victory. I got a feeling that's what they're going to do. They're not going to take a shot with a lot of time left up on that shot clock with 15 seconds to go. I think they're going to take it down when things down about 2, 3, 4 seconds. If they get a rebound, they get a rebound. But I know Coach Berry's telling our guys, off any make or miss, we're going to call timeout. And the important thing is, if they make, you call timeout immediately. You advance the ball to half court. If they miss it and you get the rebound and you call timeout immediately without putting the ball on the floor or making the first pass, then you get an advance at the half court. So that's a crucial thing that I'm sure they're going over in the huddle right now with the Sea Dragons, Coach Berry and his coaching staff. But the big thing's going to come down to one simple thing. Get a defensive stop, get the rebound, and put ourselves back in the position to win the basketball game. If we don't get a defensive stop, you know, then we got 3 seconds left.
Mike Lloyd may try to drive very hard for the basket, though, and try and draw the foul.
You see their coach coming down again.
Here we go, 18 seconds remaining in regulation 12, tied at 93. And the crowd is on its feet. There's the shot, there's the clock, 11. You can see the clock on your screen. Time running down. And the ball is out of bounds.
Ball got lost
to Atlantic City.
Atlantic City, 5 seconds on the shot clock,
5 seconds
8 seconds on the game clock.
There's a 3-second differential between the time clock and the game clock.
Got a full timeout, Atlantic City.
Full timeout has been called with just 8 seconds remaining in the game with the score tied at 93.
Well, we're going to stay here with this thing.
Of course.
You see the sign man right there. He's into this game. He's got his Jack Nicholson seats, enjoying himself. You need fans like that, and I hope everyone at home, this has been an exciting basketball game here. You know, first really basketball game on the professional level in the regular season in Southwest Florida. You know, we had 2 NBA exhibition games at the Lee Civic Center with the Miami Heat and the Washington Bullets a few years ago, sponsored by Hooters, and then we also had one with the Miami Heat and the Seattle Supersonics. Other than that, you know, this is the other big show in town. 15 home games. I hope people get out and watch the Sea Dragons and support this basketball team in the inaugural season in the USBL. Now, let's set this thing up, Al. 5 seconds on the shot clock, 8 seconds on the game clock. Ball's underneath the basket. Can't move with the basketball. I'm not sure, because we don't have the stat board up and running in front of us, what they have left with timeouts. But if they get in trouble and they have a timeout or a 20 left, they're going to use it. They're probably going to try to inbound the ball and get the shot off quick. The big thing for us is we can get a deflection. We can knock the ball back in half court. We got a chance to make this thing go to overtime or get the ball back. What we don't want to do is gamble on the pass and give them an opportunity to get a clean look at the basket. We need to play good, solid defense, make them make the play, and then go from there. Don't make the play for them by gambling on defense.
Atlantic City's ready to resume play. Sea Dragons coming off the bench now for the final 8 seconds of this game.
Now what they got, Al, they're going to set a double pick for 14, and 11's probably going to get the ball.
And the crowd is standing to a man. They're not sitting, they're standing for the final 8 seconds. There's the pass. There's the shot.
He hit it. He missed
it. And the rebound is no good.
Overtime. We're going overtime.
It's down to 1 second. They still have 1 second. Was there a foul?
No, I don't think we got a foul. We'll see what's happened.
We're waiting to see what the call is. Coach Berry is talking to the official.
What's going on here? Coach Berry right in front of us, if you get a shot of this. Coach Berry is saying that there was a 3-second differential, but the ball hit the rim, so the shot clock restarts. They got the rebound, put it back up again. So I think you got to argue the point, but I think you're going to get it. But we'll probably get some seconds up on the clock. If we get 3 seconds up on the clock, that's amazing, because it was 5 seconds on the shot clock, 8 seconds on the game clock. They shot it, got the rebound, shot it again, got the rebound. So probably in essence, there's probably no time left up on that clock. If we get 3, it'll be a miracle. If we get 2, we'll be happy.
And there's a dejection there on the part of the assistant coach who's taken over from the head coach who's been thrown out of this game.
Now, what coach is going to do is, if there are 2 seconds put back up on that clock, he's going to call a timeout and get the ball up here at half court.
Of course.
1 second, I still think you got to go for it, Al. I still think you got to call a timeout. There we go.
Time is going to be called back in. The clock shows no time.
In the regulation.
That's it.
In the regulation, we're going to go to overtime.
With the score tied at 93. We'll be back in just a moment.
Go down to the PA guy to make the announcement.
Hey, Dan, how you doing?
How are you, buddy?
We just stopped by to let you know that we at Union Tobacco really appreciated your business. 30 years. That's incredible. And not once did you think about changing brands on us, did you, Dan?
Now, they don't make them like you anymore, buddy.
No, they don't. I don't know how we'll ever replace you.
The tobacco industry loses over 1,000 customers every day.
Take it easy, Dad.
Guess who's been chosen to replace them?
What?
The regional weather forecast calls for mostly blue skies with scattered clouds and a slight chance.
Out of the blue, real life breaks through the clutter of ordinary television. And every pulse-pounding, heart-stopping, mind-blowing moment is caught on tape. Out of the blue and in your face. Real TV.
Weeknights at 7:30 p.m. on WeView TV.
Crowd still standing and applauding as we begin the 5-minute overtime period here, with the score tied at 93. The jump ball.
What we'll have, we got a 5-minute overtime. Now, we got a great opportunity this overtime. If we get ahead, make them play our type of game. Don't go down and play their game. We got to get ahead. If we get ahead, there's 5 minutes. It's like that fourth quarter we talked about a little bit earlier.
Well, he's got the men out there now. He's got Cephas and he's got Germany out there. The men who have used their real cool heads out there.
We've got that.
When they took that big lead in the first half.
And we've gone big. You know, we've gone a little bit of size.
On the floor now for the Sea Dragons, he's got Toshiro, Germany, along with Mark Jones. Checking the other, Brian Green, Cephas Button, who's had a sensational game tonight. And the 5th man out there is Toshiro, Germany. Rick Berry will go with that 5 here in the final 5-minute overtime period. It may not be a final 5-minute overtime period. We could go to another overtime. There's the jump, and it's controlled by the Sea Dragons. Brian Green has the ball for the Sea Dragons. Here in overtime, tied at 93. Underneath.
Go, bucket!
A jump done by Jones. Mark Jones.
If we can get a replay on that, this was a set play coming out of the timeout. We had gone to Toshiro on the same play with Mark Jones popping out the wing, dumping it in. Mark faked the bluff out. Faked out, gave the bluff, hit him on the back door, got the basket. That was set to come out after that first timeout. I can flat guarantee a great job by Coach Berry.
He's got a 2-point lead. He missed the free throw. Rebounded by Wally Dixon, and Atlantic City has the ball. Wally Dixon with the ball. Sea Dragons up by 2 here in overtime. Wally Dixon's shot is good. It's tied at 95. As we have 4.5 minutes remaining in the overtime period. Brian Green playing the point here in the closing stages of the overtime. Passes into Germany. Back out to Green, who shoots a 3, and he's got it. Brian Green hit a 3.
Can't execute any better than that. Can't execute any better than that. Now we got to get a defensive stop.
98-95 on the 3-pointer by Brian Green.
There goes the isolation now.
There's Bunton, and it's good, and now it's only a 1-point lead.
Mike
As
Lloyd.
Lloyd got it. 98-97. And here comes Brian Green again. The two of the leading scorers in the United States Basketball League opposing each other right now. Here comes Mark Jones again. Trying to get the ball into Toshiro, Germany. Up and good. Toshiro scores. It's 100-97, a 3-point lead. Toshiro, Germany. Defensive pressure on. They're looking way out on the perimeter. Driving the baseline with a turnaround jump. Beautiful shot. Was Wally Dixon, who calls himself the main event. 100-99. Toshiro, Germany with the ball. And they call a holding foul. And the ball is turned over. Holding has been called on Toshiro, Germany.
That's a tough call to get. They call, turn around, guys.
Overtime period. Ball belongs to Atlantic City. A shot from the corner. Now they're having trouble again with the clock. They stopped the clock with 3 minutes remaining.
What happened was they called a foul on Toshiro, offensive foul, holding a man off in the post.
We have 3 minutes remaining. The Dragons up by 1 point. We're in overtime.
How many's on Toshiro? 6.
And the Seagulls will inbound the ball right here, very, very close to the score table.
That's Toshiro, Germany's 6th foul. It's going to take away a little bit what we're doing offensively. That's a tough call.
Yes,
a guy inside getting his 6th foul in a situation such as that.
He's put Carl Boyd in for the first time this season, playing out of Cal Berkeley. He's playing on the defending round, on the plate. His first appearance, and there's a foul call. And it will be a shooting foul.
Again, it gets down to that isolation now. We got to get up by 3-4 points here. It takes that isolation away.
Reggie Welsh at the free throw line with a chance to tie it and take the lead. The first one is up and it's good. We are tied at 100 with 2 minutes 43 seconds remaining in the first overtime. Again, Reggie Welsh. And the lead goes to Atlantic City. They lead 101-100. They're putting pressure on in the back court, but Brian Green breaks it and brings the ball into the forecourt. Brian Green drives, misses on the reverse, but he has been fouled.
Foul.
So Brian Green tried to reverse dunk, but he didn't get the shot, but he got the free throw.
Big free throws at the other end, they knock him down. We got to step up and knock ours down.
Exactly. 1 point deficit here, 2 shots. Ryan ties the game at 101 with 2 minutes and 32 seconds remaining. Brian Green will take his second free throw. And the Dragons have failed to tie. They failed to take the lead, but they have tied the score at 101. With 2:27 remaining in the overtime period. Mike Lloyd with the ball for Atlantic City. We have a tie game in overtime. There's a call, a foul. And the foul was on Jones. Mark Jones. The ball is taken out of bounds with 9 seconds showing on the shot clock.
It's not.
Michael Lloyd driving towards the basket. There's the easy layup. And again, the Seagulls take the lead by 2, 103-101. Brian Green down to Carl Boyd. Carl Boyd. Let's see what the call is.
Carl's got to finish. Did a good job attacking the basket, but he just kind of threw it up there. When he hears that whistle, you got to stop and gather yourself. and get that shot off and try to get a three-point play out of it.
Well, at least he didn't get a charging foul. There was a blocking foul called. And Carl Boyd is in an unusual situation. This is his first appearance for the Sea Dragon. Coach has confidence in this young man. He was on the taxi squad for the first 3 games. He didn't make the trip.
He was a little banged up a little bit, and
Yeah.
He's a good defensive stopper, and I think Coach put him in there for defensive purposes.
Oh, he missed the free throw. He has a chance now, if he makes it, to at least put the Dragon to within 1. They trail 103 to 101 with 1:56 remaining in the overtime period. Boyd misses them both, and the 2-point lead stays.
And now it goes back to what we said ago. You got to knock him down. Brian stepped up, knocks him down. Next man steps up, we miss them both. Got to get a defensive stop, and they're gonna run this thing down.
Now they do. Boyd with the ball. Boyd works that ball into Wally Dixon. Wally Dixon takes a 2, misses. Rebound by Brian Green, and Florida has the ball with a chance to tie it. The pass into the center. Down the middle, and the jam is good by Carl Boyd. Carl Boyd redeems himself after missing 2 free throws by jamming it home to tie the game at 103 with 1:15 remaining in the overtime period. A discussion at the bench again. 1:20 showing on the game clock, and the score is tied here in overtime at 103. Well, that's redemption for Boyd after missing the 2 free throws.
Did a great job.
He did a good job. They're playing a 2-man game with their 2 best players, Lloyd and Wally Dixon, handling the ball.
Well, they're going to try to go Lloyd down inside. They got him a little close to the basket. They got to go double. We got to go double. Cephas goes double. Now rotate. You got to come back, Cephas. Everyone's got to rotate.
Almost lost. Wally Dixon takes it to 3, and he's way off the mark.
Job.
Way off the mark.
Great job in rotation. Everyone came after
And now
people.
the Sea Dragons have an excellent chance.
We got a timeout.
They'll call a timeout. With the score tied at 103, and now what is the strategy with 55 seconds remaining in a tie game?
Well, you get a point down when it gets under a minute, you can go for a 2-for-1. But when you're in a ball game of 103, 103, you don't want to come down and rush that just to try to get a 2-for-1. So the 2-for-1 kind of goes out the window. If it's in the first, second, third quarter, different story. Or if the ball game's not tied up when it's this late in the stage. I don't know where we're going to bring the ball inbounds. We'll try to find that out and pass that on to the people watching at home. But probably going to bring it up the court. If you inbound it at half court, you're only going to be able to inbound it into your front court. You cannot go in the back court.
Well, the thing that interests me is the stop they made there. They forced them to take that 3-pointer, and it was a terrible shot.
Well, it was the rotation, the defensive rotation.
They did a good job.
We came in doubled on Lloyd. Cephas did. Cephas went back off the double. When he gave the ball up, when he got it back again, Cephas couldn't get there, so we got another rotation. Then everyone else made the right rotations, and we were able to match up with their men. And by doing so, they took a bad shot. This next possession is going to be a key possession. Who
would you put the ball? Who would you want to take the last shot? Who's the go-to
Well,
man?
it's not going to be a last shot. It's going to be a situation of working the shot clock down. You know, Brian Green is our scorer.
Absolutely.
You know, Germany's out of the ball game, so that takes away your little bit of low post play that you were getting effectively. You're probably going to see Brian Green come off of with the ball in his hands, come off with some type of screen. You may see some double screens inside.
But the most unlikely tied the game, Carl Boyd. He tied it. So we'll see what they'll do. The strategy here.
We're going to take it at half court.
56 seconds remaining in the overtime period. And Florida will inbound it here at half court. Coach Berry is signaling that he wants the ball at half court, which is...
Now, again, remember, half court, you can only enter into the front court. You can't enter the back court. So you're playing in a limited area. You're playing in 42
Well,
feet.
the official was going to bring it into the back court. Tight defense being played now by Atlantic City, and the timeout has to be called. He's calling a 20-second timeout, Rick Berry. They could not bring the ball in play. And we have a 20-second timeout, 56 seconds remaining in overtime, and the score is tied at 103.
Again, Sometimes disadvantage is taking it at half court. You limit yourself in the area. Take it to full court, they're going to put pressure on you. They're going to wind the shot clock down. You may lose 8, 10 seconds. Coming down, you won't have full 24 seconds to get into your offensive set. You may only have 18, 16 seconds to get in your offensive set. You know, it's a gamble that you're going to take. So far, the gamble's played off because we had a 20-second timeout to use. It's very important now we get the ball in bounds.
I'll tell you one thing I saw in that last play. I never saw such tenacious defense on the part of the Seagulls. They're beginning to play defense. They know they're in a tough spot. They are really playing tough man-to-man right now. Really. Brian Green gets the ball. Back to Paul. Green with the ball.
We're going to clear it. It's going to clear for Brian Green.
We'll see what happens. The clock is going down to 48 seconds. There's the pass, and the turnaround by Jones is good. Mark Jones has given the Dragons a 2-point lead. 105-103. 39 seconds remaining. With the ball is Michael Lloyd. 35 seconds remaining. There's a shot. It's missed, and a whistle. And they are calling a foul on Carl Boyd. 105-103.
Tell you, second free throw is the important one. If he misses, we make sure we get the rebound.
105-103. The first one is no good. The lead stays at 2.
Now,
with 32 seconds remaining. Here comes Michael Lewis.
Got a ball handler in the game.
He wants to get a ball handler in there, you're right. Out comes Carl Boyd, and he did his job. Well done for Carl. Gets a big hand. And Franklin Paul has come in. 2 good ball handlers now. Michael Lewis and Franklin Paul. In the final 32 seconds with just 1 free throw coming now. And the crowd is again beginning to wail here. They're exhausted, Terry, just exhausted. And here comes the crowd noise. The Sea Dragons up by 2.
Boy, it's loud in here.
He missed them both.
You got it.
And the Sea Dragons had the ball. Franklin Paul with the rebound. Here comes Brian Green. Brian Green is with the ball. Now they're getting the ball. They're trying to play out the clock. 18 seconds remaining. Into the lane. The shot, no good. Rebounded by Richie Parker with 9 seconds remaining in overtime. They tried to drive down in the lane with Michael Lewis. And timeout is called again.
Basket there seals the game. Now we started ourselves a situation where they're going to have to score with 9 seconds to go to send it to overtime. Hit a 3, they win it. Big thing is here, I think Brian Green wanted the ball in that last position to try to use an isolation. We wanted to go inside to
I think
Mark
they
Jones.
wanted Lewis to get the ball at least.
Well, yeah, but we wanted to go inside to Jones, and Mark was covered, and the play broke down, and Michael had to take it on his own when he got to the basket. Now, you know, that's gone. We got 9 seconds up here. Again, it almost is the same scenario to what we had. They're going to have to make a choice where they want the ball at. They're going to have to get the ball, and I would say probably Lloyd's hand.
Lloyd's hand. There are only 2 that have been playing. Wally Dixon or Lloyd have been the ones that have been scoring tonight.
I tell you, Al.
I would assume that would be the 2 men that would be involved. Carl Boyd.
We talked about people getting their money's worth, and you know we have these headsets on down here. Sometimes people don't realize that we only hear certain things. And this place got awfully loud on that second free throw. Matter of fact, I thought it was getting loud, and I took my headset off, and I said, I'm going to put my headset back on where I can have a little bit of silence here and concentrate.
You can go insane. It was loud, and that's the advantage of being at home, of course, with the crowd behind you. 9 seconds on the clock. A 2-point lead for Florida over Atlantic City in overtime.
You know, I have to give compliment to Brett Vickers, the team president of the Florida Sea Dragons. He's brought this organization in here with the team owner, put together one heck of a show. Got a great crowd here for the first game. The crowd's behind it. It's been a festive atmosphere. And now we're down here.
Look at that crowd. They're standing now and
They're
giving the
standing.
team an ovation.
They're standing.
The crowd is giving the Sea Dragons a standing ovation with 9 seconds remaining in the overtime.
Full timeout taken by
Now they're taking
Atlantic
a full
City.
timeout, which will give the crowd a chance for another standing ovation.
Now what?
What is the thinking now? He
Well,
didn't like what he saw?
Well, he couldn't really not like what he saw because he didn't see anything.
Yeah.
You know, I think he just maybe wants some more time in there to really set the thing up and be sure with it. Well, they had a timeout that he could use, you know, not being the last one.
Well, he's got two options, two guys who've been able to score, and that's been Dixon and Lloyd. And he has them both in the game. And we'll see
Again,
what they do.
tickets go on sale. You can order these tickets through Ticketmaster. And you can call 24 hours a day and get your tickets through Ticketmaster. Come on down tomorrow evening, see the Sea Dragons in action again tomorrow night. And hey,
visit Washington Congressionals.
Washington Congressionals. And there's just no way that you didn't get your money's worth. It's just no way.
Here we go. Final 9 seconds here. Or is it the final 9 seconds?
You know, this is the first time I've been out of coaching for a while and sitting over here, and I kind of get the juices flowing again.
You've got my left ear, and you've got it good, Coach. Here we go. He's put Carl Boyd in defensively.
Good observation.
Jeremy Hyatt will inbound the ball for Atlantic City. They trail by 2 with 9 points remaining in overtime. There's the pass into Lloyd. 7 seconds, 6 seconds, 5 seconds. He fakes, he shoots it, got it out of bounds. Cephas Button bounded it out of bounds. The crowd noise is deafening. Cephas Button just knocked it out of bounds. 2 seconds remaining. 2 seconds remaining for Atlantic City.
Now, they've got a
by
20-second timeout left. I think they're going to use it.
We'll see what happens.
20-second timeout, Atlantic City.
There it is. He's signaling a 20-second timeout by the official. With 2 seconds left. Cephas Bunton knocked the ball practically into the 8th row.
I tell you, you've got to give credit to Brett Vickers again, because Cephas Button came back from playing overseas, got back in here, and I tell you, I don't know how many block shots he has tonight, Brett, but Cephas Button can block some shots. Brett Vickers, team president.
Oh, he's unbelievable. He blocked 10 shots in a game for me last year, and I knew he would be just what the doctor ordered when we went for heavy rebounds and blocking shots out on our road trip.
Creates a lot of excitement, Brett.
Oh, unbelievable. He's an unbelievable player. Very athletic.
Brett, you have to be proud of your organization and what they put together here in such a very short period of time. People don't realize a lot of work goes into it. You have to be very proud of all the people who work for you.
Yeah, but this makes it all worthwhile, Terry. Seeing the fans all excited and pumped up in there. Even though we're in the overtime game late, everyone's staying and having a blast.
Appreciate it, Brett. We got 2 seconds to go here. Now I'm going to turn it over to you, and I'm going to be quiet.
2 seconds remaining on the clock. Jeremy Hyatt will inbound here on the final 2 seconds. There's a long looping pass. It's out of bounds.
Threw it away into a long pass, alley-oop. It's going to be our ball, right over where the ball was inbounded. Michael Lewis coming back in the ball game.
Right. No one touched it.
We're going to use a timeout.
So the two said no time elapsed on the clock because ball was not
Full
touched by anyone.
Timeout. Now, we've set it up for about how many times tonight? Now, about 5 or 6 times we've set this thing up. Probably not a lot to set up here. Big thing is here where we're going to inbound the ball, half court or back at 84. I'd probably say coach is going to keep the ball. Well, we can't advance the ball. Okay, my fault. I made a mistake on that. We cannot advance the basketball. Get the ball in bounds, get a touch, get the game over with, get out of here with the first victory for the Florida Sea Dragons, USBL inaugural.
Blocker behind him, and PJ is working. He did a very good job, you know, even though Patrick puts it in going out of bounds, but he's trying to deny him the ball because Alonzo's not back there anymore.
Wallace knocks it away out there with Childs, Sprewell, Patrick Ewing, and Allen Houston. That's the 5 that begins this second quarter for the New York Knicks. With 5 seconds to shoot, Mashburn again with Sprewell in his jersey. And Brown double team, blocked by Wallace. Another 24-second shot clock violation, which turns out to be the 7th Miami turnover of the first half.
Well, Miami is really struggling now to find themselves. It may take some time to adjust to the fact that Alonzo's not in there. He's been scoring a lot of points for him, of course. PJ posted up, but he ended up fading on his shot, so he might as well have not posted up.
Now they're going to work on Weatherspoon with Wallace, and he knocks it down.
I think they've got to use Weatherspoon a lot more in the post because he's a physical presence and he's capable of penetrating once he gets the ball in the post. He's not as tall, but he might be able to get the ball in there.
Knicks have their biggest lead of 20. They've never trailed in the game as Mashburn again is hounded by both Childs, and now Ewing might come over, and here's Bowen rotating over to Carter. Off the Brown screen, missed it all and out of bounds and off Miami.
See, not only is Patrick coming over, as you said, Kevin, he's very capable of going over and staying over. If Alonzo were there, he would go over, but he would be running back home real fast to be able to cover Alonzo.
When the last time you think, John, a Riley-coached team had an opposing team shoot 65% against it?
The last time he had Alonzo Mourning out of the post to block shots.
That was last year. Wallace is called for the travel.
I don't even need to get those statistics. When you got that shot blocker in the back, you'd be amazed at how the defense on the perimeter gets much better.
Even so, at 50% inside, you're still thinking, aren't you, if you're a New York Knick trying to take it in?
Well, you definitely have to think. I mean, Alonzo's presence as being out there would have been important.
Nice pass by Weatherspoon, hitting Brown, making Mashburn.
Well, and they got a layup. That's the thing. They've been shooting from the outside and haven't been able to penetrate. They've got to either post or start to drive a little bit, particularly when Alonzo's not in there and the heat on hit.